Mic check, mic check. There we go. All right, we're looking pretty good. Audio seems to be coming through pretty well. The only problem we've got right now is they're not showing my game. Currently, they're showing the overtime of New York Jets versus New York Giants. Welcome in, welcome in. That was close. But welcome in, guys. Thanks for coming in, Daniel Barry. We're going to slide off camera just for a second, and we're waiting for this game to really... Oh, bad kick by the Giants, but a good bounce for them. One time, you don't ever want to shank a punt. Yeah, that's right. Get out of this game. No one cares, bro. Ain't nobody care about Giants and freaking... Nobody got time for that. All right. All right, I'm going to take a sip of my beer, slide off camera. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend so far. How's your fantasy football team doing as always? I know technically I'm down right now, guys, but I've got like almost every player left to play still, so I had like nobody in the 1 o'clock slots playing. We're going to take a fat dab to our one person that's chilling with us and watching, and we'll be right back on screen. What is going on? It's my game showing the KC Bronco game for some reason when it's supposed to be showing... Why are they showing the Chiefs game right now? Like, what the hell? I'm sorry, guys. Give me a sec. For some reason, like I said, it is just not showing my game. Why are they showing Broncos Chiefs game? Like, what the heck is going on here? Obviously, the game's going because the Gamecast is up. Maybe they gotta fix now. This seems like it froze up a little bit. Show me. Bro. I'm sorry to anyone that's watching. We are just trying to figure out why they're not showing my game right now. Alright, looks like they updated. It's a good sign. That's my normal looking website. Did they throw up a dummy site to get to fool the NFL? That would be hilarious. That's what they did. Please be my game. Please be my game. Commercial break in progress. I'm gonna say that's probably right. There we go. Now we got the game cast up correctly. A commercial break, meaning I'm gonna hope we're right here. Again, sorry for the delay, everyone. We're trying to figure out why the game wasn't showing. But welcome in, welcome in. We're still on a commercial break here today, so I don't even know if I've got the right game pulled up. Did anybody else catch that last minute win by Carolina Panthers? Absolutely insane. And of course, the Giants and Jets are in overtime right now. Jets have the ball in sudden death. Nope, that's not it. Are we in Baltimore or Arizona? We're in Arizona. That is definitely Arizona in the backscape. That's what I like to see. Let's go. Finally. Full screen. Hey, what up, Colb? How you doing, my guy? Welcome in, everybody. We're able to get the stream up and going. And I apologize, anyone. You might notice the game cast might even be ahead of my play calling sometimes. You know, it's just... Oh, we already got injury on the offensive line of the Cardinals. 14 minutes here, 3rd and 4. We got Dobbs in at quarterback. No Kyle Murray today for the Arizona Cardinals. And Matabike's got him! Let's go! I come in and immediately Justin Matabike, a beast, the sack leader for the Baltimore Ravens currently, getting another one. I believe that would be 6.5 or 7.5 sacks on the season so far. I want to say 6.5. Oh, that sucks. Illegal contact by the Kyle Hamilton. The Ravens going to bring that ball back. Oh, you know they mad a little bit. And like they're talking about there, Baltimore currently leading the NFL in sacks. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, cuts to the right, and that's going to be Demercado, number 31 of the Cardinals, with the run. Gain of 5 on the play. 13-15 in the first and ticking. Oh, I got to update my quarter here real quick. Quarter. Hey, what up, ES? Go Flock indeed. Sad to see that Matabike sack come back. Oh, Matabike come up the middle again, and oh, Dobbs able to find a man. Just the 3 Ravens in the area, but just no one really looking right there. And that's a first down Cardinals on the right side of the formation. And that's Wilson, the rookie out of Stanford. they've got a lot of good young rookies. Like they're talking about right now, they're very excited about their rookie class. Dobbs going to keep it going left. Got a little bit of room on the play and pushed out of bounds. What looks like maybe a gain of 7 on the play. That's going to be Roquan Smith with the tackle. Man, I don't know about y'all. We've had quite a few. Oh, we got an update here. Jets going for the field goal. And Jets win with a 33-yard field goal in overtime by Zerline to beat the New York Giants. But we got a couple things. We saw Desmond Ridder benched in the Atlanta Falcons game. We saw Will Levis have a 4-touchdown game today for the Titans. A lot going on. Demercado on the run goes off the right side, and he's going to get just a couple past the first down, maybe a gain of 4, bringing up a new set of first downs, though. But how's everyone's weekend going so far? How's your fantasy football team doing? Did your team play in one of the 1 o'clock slots? Let me know in the comments, guys. And of course, as always, please, please, please like this video. 11:15 on the clock, 1st and 10 here at about the 37 of the Ravens. Dobbs, short pass right, and that's going to be McBride, the tight end, able to get past a man, and pretty good gain right there again. And Cardinals are moving down the field with some rhythm. A little alarming to see from the Ravens defense, but that sack taken away definitely kind of killed the momentum. And we're going to talk about a matchup here after this second down. Josh Dobbs now 3 of 3 for 24 yards so far on the game. Flips the halfback onto the other side. Clowney tries to jump it, not going to get there, and going to be a run up the middle and good for the first down. So one of the things, guys, we just kind of mentioned one of the names, Oweh and Clowney. So the first-round pick of the Arizona Cardinals, Paris Johnson Jr., the left tackle out of Ohio State, starting as the right tackle for the Arizona Cardinals. He's been playing, I think, pretty good football this season, but the matchup is going to be there at right tackle, Clowney and Oweh on the right tackle all day, and maybe Kyle Van Noy was we're seeing right now on this lineup. 1st and 10, 9:55 on the clock. Ravens bring a blitz. Got him that time. Able to stop him. Would have been a no gain. Maybe rolled for 1 yard. 2nd down and what looks like 9 on the play. Kyle Hamilton in the backfield quickly for the Ravens. Brent Urban assisting on the tackle. God, I love me some Mike McDonald. I really hope he don't get taken anywhere as a head coach. They're going to rule it as a no gain. So 2nd and 10, they're going to run right. And I don't know if y'all know this. The Cardinals, I believe, are averaging at least 134 yards rushing per game this season. So this is going to be a game of probably, stopping the run, stopping the short passing, and don't let Marquise Brown beat you deep, basically. I would expect that to be the game plan for the defense. But, of course, one of the things we're looking at is this a trap game for the Baltimore Ravens, kind of like the Colts game. We're praying not because, again, my heart can't take it. 3rd and 4, trips formation left for the Cardinals. Keep an eye on it. Blitz might be coming. A back out, only bring 3. Oweh gets pressure, and Humphrey. Oh, and there's a flag on the play. Marquise Brown matched up against Marlon Humphrey, and they're probably going to get Marlon Humphrey for illegal contact or pass interference. Let's see it. Yeah, I mean, it's iffy, but yep, they're going to call it. And that's going to, pass interference. That's going to give them a 1st and goal on the 1 yard line. So that's a veteran call. Josh Dobbs, if people that don't know, used to play, I believe, for a little bit for the Pittsburgh Steelers at one point. Of course, played for the Browns, where the offensive coordinator of the Cardinals came from. So they're pretty familiar with this Ravens team. QB sneak from the 1, and don't think they got there, actually. Looks like they're going to mark him about half a yard short. So only gains about half a yard. They're going again. QB sneak, and they've got it this time. Josh Dobbs with the first touchdown in the game for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, the Cardinals, barring the extra point, are going to be the first ones on the board. 7-0 Cardinals. And Marlon Humphrey having a discussion with the ref probably was saying, hey, man, you can't call that. That happens on every play. But, you know, it was a hard call to make in real time. Well, I'll say that. You know what I mean? But yeah, some of the things we're keeping an eye out. Of course, Ravens are 5-2 all time against the Arizona Cardinals. Last time they met was in 2019, where Lamar Jackson had 272 passing yards and 120 rushing yards, becoming the first ever quarterback in NFL history to accomplish that. Of course, if the Ravens can win today, they will keep command of the AFC North. But, you know, we talked a little bit about already, is this potentially a trap game for the Baltimore Ravens? And, of course, can the Baltimore Ravens keep up that offensive pace that we saw last week, you know, against one of the supposedly better defenses in the NFL? You know, 4 touchdowns on 4 consecutive drives is hard to replicate, but Baltimore is hoping to stack consecutive good offensive games. Again, we already talked about it. Odafe Owe active today. I love it. I love the young man. I really want to see him succeed. And, of course, we're keeping an eye on our stat lines. We got Geno Stone currently leading the NFL in interceptions with 4 interceptions. And Roquan still in the top 5 of tackling leaders, but I believe dropped down 1 spot from 3 to 4. Of course, on the offensive side of the ball, Mark Andrews looking to have a big day. Budda Baker on the opposite side for the Arizona Cardinals looking to limit that. And the last matchup we're going to be keeping an eye on is, of course, the Ravens running back room against Kazir White. Kazir White, the linebacker there for the Cardinals, really fast guy. I believe last year was in with the conversation for one of the better linebackers in the NFL. And the Keaton Strong, the defensive end for the Arizona Cardinals, starting defensive end, is inactive today, just like we Ravens missing Marcus Williams and Keaton Mitchell. You know, a little bit of injuries on both sides, but nothing too serious. Yeah. What are y'all's thoughts? Are you part of Raven flock? I mean, we're all part of a flock, kind of, because Cardinals are birds too, but, you know. A bird gotta die today. And I'm just saying the Ravens are smarter. And now that I said that, we're going to lose like the Colts game. Sorry, flock. Sorry. But again, thank you anyone and everyone for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Welcome into the channel if you have not been with us before. This is Darwin's Raven, D-Rave, Levi, Dumbass, whatever you want to call me. Your choice. Dealer's choice. But thank you for joining in. If you haven't, please, please, please hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm. It's free, it's easy, and you don't even get a notification. It's not even like you're subscribing to the channel. If you subscribe, you might get a fancy dancing Poe on the top of the screen. But with that, let's get back to the football. Devin Duvernay back here for the Baltimore Ravens to return, shaking his legs out a little bit. And we've got the kick away. Low driving kick, and it's going to go through the back of the end zone. No chance to return, and Lamar Jackson coming out here with 8:05 on the clock. Ugh. Ah. Sorry. I tried to answer one of my messages to my fantasy football friend. Hey, what up, Chad Mears? Go Ravens. Lamar Jackson, short pass left side. That's going to be Justice Hill and tack it out of bounds for what looks like a gain of maybe 2 or 3, and we already got a flag on the play. Hey, Saints 1972-1. Thank you for the subscription. You got a dancing Poe. Oh, and that's going to be an offensive pass interference on Isaiah Likely, the CCU product. My boy, the tight end, Shauna Clear, and coming out of the game, sadly. Let's go take a look. So let's see if there was really offensive pass interference. Yeah, he extended his hands to try to block. The pass wasn't up yet. You can't do that technically. That is a correct call by the refs against the Ravens. Kolb says, how many targets do you think OBJ will get today? Hold on. 1st and 20. We got a screen going to Zay Flowers. Good coverage by the Cardinals. And looks like back maybe gain of 5. OBJ. He's been nursing that ankle injury a little bit over the past few weeks. Not on the injury report today. I'd say OBJ probably gets 5 targets. And I think it's going to be a perfect 5 for 5. 5 targets, 5 catches, 1 TD. 2nd and 14 here. Jackson dropping back, got some good time. Little sidearm to the halfback, and Justice Hill tries to make a move there, but he slips and falls. And what could have been a good gain ends up as a short gain. Kaiser White going to get credit on the tackle there. Welcome in, Kolb and Matthew Centers. Is Mark Andrews going to score a touchdown? Oh, I'm trying to get at least 3 touchdowns, so you got to give 1 to Mark. So I'd say Mark gets it. Hey, Jean Leger, what up, bro? 3rd and 9. Trips left for the Ravens. Mark Andrews, the sole guy on the right side. Might be something to keep an eye on there. Lamar Jackson looking left. He's got Mark Andrews on a crosser. Able to get to the 1st down. Let's go. Dragging a man with him. And Mark Andrews with his first catch there. And a critical 3rd down conversion here for the Baltimore Ravens. I called it, though. Mark Andrews as the single right side man to keep an eye on him. And he faked the block, delayed release on a drag across the middle, which Lamar Jackson went there. I'm just saying, guys. 1st and 10 here. I would like to see a little more healthy rushing here. And Lamar Jackson, there's Odell Beckham Jr.'s first target and almost picked a deep out route throw and well broke on by Hamilton Sr., who just had the tackle on Mark Andrews. Charles Kodovich, you guys are going up against a Super Bowl team. I know, right? It's it's the Cardinals, but hey, the Cardinals week 3 beat the Dallas Cowboys, which, say what you want about the Cowboys, and it's the NFL. Every team's, trying to get there. But, it's the Cardinals. 2nd and 10. Stack formation left. Lamar Jackson looking there. Escaping left. And a little shuffle pass to Gus Edwards and able to secure it. Just looked like Lamar was thinking about running it. Saw Gus Edwards and just kind of flicked it with his wrist upfield. And good catch by Edwards and takes a gain, what looked like short, maybe like 3 yards into a gain of 9. Having fun out there. 3rd and inches. Run up the middle coming. Gus the bus Edwards. And that's a gain of 3. Bringing up another 1st down for the Ravens. 5 minutes and ticking here in the 1st quarter. Baltimore looking to respond to Arizona's first score of the game. Charles Kodovich says Washington were commanding the Eagles almost the whole game. Yeah, I saw that. And then all of a sudden. 1st and 10, ball at the 49-yard line of the Ravens. So trying to get across half field. Play action to Gus Edwards. Lamar Jackson looking deep. He's going deep. And oh my God, what a catch by Rashad Bateman. It's underthrown. Looks like it's going to be an interception. And Bateman cuts back and fights him for the ball and just basically rips that ball out of his hands. Oh, good job by Bateman, the former 1st-round pick out of University of Minnesota. Y'all want to hear a funny story, guys? I had a Steeler fans. One time we were out grilling. He bet me $1,000 that Rashad Bateman wasn't on our roster last year. And I laughed. Lamar Jackson Pocket's breaking down, and he's finally going to get sacked. Just nowhere to go with the ball, it looked like, on that play. Mark Andrews might have been open, but it was hard to tell. They only brought two people on the rush with the defensive tackle as the third, basically just holding the center. He's not really rushing, but he's just not, Tyler Linderbaum's holding him well, but they just drop. What's that, 8 into coverage against Baltimore's 5, essentially, and all eyes on Lamar Jackson in his zone coverage. 2nd and 15 after the sack. Ball on the 33-yard line. Lamar Jackson going on the... Oh, where's the flag? There it is. Let's go. That's Odell Beckham Jr.'s second target of the game. So I'm already wrong on the targets and catches, which is a little bold, but that's 2 targets already. And that's going to warrant a pass interference. Let's go. Absolutely was pass interference all the way down the field. Marco Wilson, the defensive back, called on the play for the Cardinals, number 20. They look upset about the call, but that was obvious to me all day. He's got his Odell's arm just hooked right here going down the entire field, basically, as Odell's looking for the ball and he's not. Ball now at the 8-yard line. Handoff going up the middle. Gus Edwards. And that's going to be a gain of 3, it looks like, bringing the ball to the 5-yard line on a 2nd and goal now. 3 minutes and ticking. I would prefer to score before the end of the first quarter, but it doesn't really matter. I got to start looking, see how my fantasy football team's doing. Let's see. Lamar Jackson looking right. Go looking over the middle. He's got his man. That's Mark Andrews for his first touchdown of the game. They were just talking about him coming back to his hometown, and the hometown boy with his first touchdown today, tying this game up. Let's get the GIF up. There's his high school coaches at the game. Got to show off for your old high school coach. You know what I'm saying? Andrews is so open. Andrews, though, just stops running his route, seeing Lamar Jackson pressure, just sits down in the zone, which is what you want tight ends to do. Just find a hole, sit down in the hole. Take consistent 7-yard, 9-yard, 10-yard gains, essentially. And, of course, Justin Automatic Tucker with the PAT. And with that, 2:38 here in the first, and we're all tied up in Glendale, Arizona. 7-7. Kolb says, I need 3 OBJ catches. You got some betting going there, Kolb? You got a line going on your boy OBJ? I mean, 2 targets already is looking pretty nice, pretty healthy. You know what I'm saying? Abraham Abiri dropping into the chat says, Mark Andrews with a hat trick today, I predict. I mean, 1 already in the first drive of the first quarter is pretty good pacing. And like they're talking about, it's his hometown, his high school coach. Probably all his high school friends are probably at this game right now. You know what I'm saying? This is probably a Mark Andrews high school reunion at the Glendale, Arizona Stadium. And for those that are new to the channel that don't know, we always got a special place in our heart for tight ends because I used to play tight end. So, but I'll be honest, at the next level NFL, I'm too small. My official measurement was 6'2" and 7/8 with 10 3/4 hands. Weighed in at 236, running 4.740 was my semi-pro measurements and stats and stuff like that. We gonna get some po dancing. But again, thank you for everyone dropping in so far. Make sure you hit that like button. If you hit that subscribe button, you might get a dancing po like the one on screen right now. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining me today for this matchup of Ravens at the Arizona Cardinals. I like some of these matchups, to be honest with you, Ravens flock, because so case in point, we know the Cardinals have played the Seahawks and I believe the Niners so far, which we have those matchups still upcoming. So seeing that, I believe the Cardinals run a 3-4 defense like us and some other similarities between our offenses and defenses, it could provide some good tape for us and potentially for the other teams as well. You know, not only the tape, but they have like this experience of playing these teams essentially. Um, you know, Rich Gannon coming over from the Eagles defensive coordinator. So the Cardinals are always going to have I think, a well-coached defense despite their record. We just all know Kyle Murray trying to play too much Call of Duty. Most receiving touchdowns among tight ends in the NFL right now, our boy Mark Andrews. Charles Kodovich says, why are the refs cheating and just handing out fines a week later? Man, it's a deep story that goes back to the NFL, the Refs Union Association, lawsuits involving age discrimination, which passed the age of, I believe, 65, age discrimination. Basically, between the ages of 18 and 65, legally, like on the statute and codes of the U.S., you cannot be like really discriminated based upon age. So there was a lawsuit with refs of professional sports that were older, and yep, I'm telling you, I could go deep with you on that one. But first and 10 here, Josh Dobbs a pass right side to his tight end, and that's going to be just short of the first down. 2:25 and ticking here. Cardinals looking to make a response. We've got a game so far, guys. I'll be honest, though. I'm a little upset about letting them score on that first drive, you know. Abraham Abiri in chat says, what do you think the Ravens' record will be before the bye? That's tough. Run up the middle and oh my God, that's good. That was a highlight move right there by Demicardo, the halfback of the Cardinals. Run up the middle, makes two men miss in the backfield, and takes what was a loss of yards to a gain of over 10. You know, though, I'm very happy to see my boy Bryce Young down in Carolina having a really good game today for the Carolina Panthers. Carolina's like my NFC team at heart, so they're like my second team. Rush going right and going nowhere that time. That's going to be Broderick Washington and Tavius Robinson. But oh no, Patrick Queen is slow to get up, kind of crawling. Looks like he's hobbling a little bit, but acting okay now. But he's definitely got like a little bit of a limp going on. That's nothing. That's not what we want to see. Charles Kodovich dropping in Cincy 14-7. Ooh, I know I got to drop in. Oh, back to your answer. I got to figure out exactly when the bye week is, I would have to say, before I answer that. Because if I don't know exactly bye week, I'd, let's see, 2nd and 9. Run going right, and Kyle Hamilton, great wrap-up tackle on the play. Going to bring him just a yard shy of the first down. 3rd and 1. That's a choice run, basically. He can go each way, make your choice cut. Honestly, I kind of like that style of running and the blocking. But all right, big 3rd down. 3rd and 1, 15 seconds here in the first quarter. 5 wide, but brings the halfback back into the backfield here. They're going to pass for it on 3rd and 1, and that's going to be no! Come on, no! Get him! Don't let him throw it away! No! Tavius Robinson would have had what looked like a 12-yard sack, and Dobbs able to spin out, keep his feet. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Odafe Owe. Oh my God, what would have been a huge sack for the Ravens. But Dobbs able to spin out, keep up on his feet, roll out, and throw the ball away. Oh my God, we needed that. Odafe Owe needed that. Like, come on, young man. Let's check across the NFL on these scores while we're here on a commercial break. Oh, we got some breaking news, guys. It just came across the fantasy football news on my phone. breaking news. Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles on Sunday against the Packers, according to Adam Schefter. Oh my God, is that big news? Because again, the Vikings were not really there was a little speculation about the Vikings, and we're going to talk a little bit about this more like around halftime and stuff, and I'm going to take some questions here shortly. Because, of course, the trade deadline's in 2 days at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, the 31st. The Vikings were talked about a little bit in these trade deadline talks, but because they started 1-4, but they've been showing that, Kirk Cousins been balling out. Jefferson, despite the 4-week injury, has still had some good weeks. Their first round pick, Addison, is Sports Center top 10 play. You know what I'm saying? But with the injury to Kirk and basically done for the season, you could probably say the Vikings' playoff hopes are completely dashed at this point. So the Vikings now might be where it was just whispers before, the whispers might have grown into actual chatter and conversations. And hey, remember yesterday when we were talking about that trade for Danielle Hunter? Remember we were talking about that trade for... I know, I saw Pickett out and the Steelers got screwed. I did see a little bit of that. But we've got, of course, the trade deadline coming up. With your team in mind, is your team looking to buy? And let me say this, free my boy Hunter Renfrow. Free my boy, the Sox Steve Brave. Free him from the the Las Vegas Raiders Josh McDaniels show. Please, please. Send him to New England, actually. Please send him to New England. Oh my God, please send him to Bill Belichick. I'm not even a Patriot fan. Please go get my boy. Please. You lost Jacoby Myers. Just bring him in. Devontae Parker ain't been working out. Please go get my boy. And Dobbs pass batted down the line of scrimmage. Let's go. On the 4th and 1. That's Michael Pierce, the nose tackle of the Ravens, generating pressure and a pass batted down. Good power rush just up the middle. Gets his hand up, just keeping an eye on Dobbs the entire way back, and clutch play by the Ravens defense to create a turnover on, I believe, about the 50-yard line at the start of the second quarter. Oh my God. Also, can we talk about Will Levis? When I checked on him earlier, 19 of 29 for 238 yards and 4 touchdowns for Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis showing the Titans might actually be holding on to, and 3 of those touchdowns went to DeAndre Hopkins. Let's just say that. Lamar Jackson got a beautiful pocket, but just nowhere to go on the play and having to run with it, and only a gain of 1. And oh my gosh, Kaiser White coming flying in on the tackle. And obviously he's talking a little smack to Lamar. Okay, Kaiser. You want to be like that? Okay, homie, it's early. As Ray Lewis said, put a smile on. It's a 60-minute ball game. Ooh. Can't hurt me. I'm a machine, jerk. Lamar Jackson, shotgun, trips right. Arizona Cardinals making some communications. Going to be a draw play. Justice Hill going right, and pretty good hole. Gain of what looks like maybe 7 on the play. Officially, I think 6. Bringing up what looks like a 3rd and 3. And now Nick Rallis, the defensive coordinator for the Cardinals, now holds the title Mike McDonald used to hold, the youngest defensive coordinator or coach in the NFL. So that's something kind of exciting to see. Kolb says only 1 rush so far. What up with the Ravens? They're trying to come out and match scoreboard, but I definitely would love to see some more rushing. That's what I'm talking about, though. 3rd and 3. Lamar Jackson got a man over the middle. That's Zay, and able to get a couple extra yards out of it, and he's down at the 40-yard line of the Cardinals. So Baltimore moving onto the Cardinals side of the field, 13-20 and ticking here. And I would like to see the Ravens, like Kolb's talking about, move to more running game. They are rushing 3 to 4 players and playing max zone. You've tied the game up. Play the game at your pace now. Run the damn ball. Like Tui said, Tui and Blindside, run the damn ball. Just run the damn ball. And play action. Lamar Jackson, good pocket. Find Gus Edwards short and gain of 5, a fumble on the play, but Gus Edwards able to recover, and you could hear the Cardinals player screaming, fumble, fumble. Ooh, Woods, number 10 of the Cardinals with a great punch out, to be honest with you. Edwards able to kind of just keep the ball in between his legs and then grab it, but terrifying. 2nd and 5. Cannot afford a turnover like that. Ball on the 35-yard line of the Cardinals. Lamar Jackson dropping back. Got a clean pocket, and he's got a man over the middle. It looked like Aguilar had it, but the ball came out last second, and they're going to rule that's an incomplete. Now a 3rd and 5. Cardinals defense playing some good D right now, but I think that Kolb said it earlier in chat. The answer, you run the ball. They are only bringing 4 pass rushers and dropping back a bunch of guys in zone. Run the ball. 3rd and 5. Baltimore perfect. 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions so far in the game. Knock on wood. Let's make it 4 for 4. Zay Flowers in motion to the slot. Jackson looking there. Jackson tries to throw it. The ball's out, and it looks like the Cardinals have it. That might be a strip sack. They're ruling it as is, and Cardinals ball. And gosh, the Ravens have just got to protect and run the ball here. They bring a blitz on the play. No one able to pick it up on the left side of the Ravens offensive line. Just too many guys. And the ball's just got to be out immediately, but I mean, Lamar Jackson didn't even have probably a full 3 seconds on the play. Oh, and with that, we're on another commercial break after the turnover by the Cardinals defense. Abraham Abiri in chat says fumbles have been an issue for the offense this season. He's absolutely right. Some of it was originally like injuries at running back position. But Lamar's had issues, but it's not like Lamar's being too careless. He's had a few careless ones. But like right there is the blitz is coming. Maybe Lamar needed to check to something else. Because like I said, he didn't even have a full 3 seconds. There was 2 free blitzers. One that came through what's I believe 4. Basically, he was lined up in the gap over the tackle guard, essentially, is where he came from on the left side. So it's that B gap, essentially. But I would say this. Kolb said it best. Where's all the run attempts? If they're only bringing 4 and playing a soft zone, you need to run the ball down their throat. And yes, they brought the blitz there, but that has not been the story. They've been bringing 3 or 4 max on most of these downs. Tenchi Masaki dropping into the chat says, what the F is up with all these GD fumbles this season? I feel you, my guy. It's been rough to watch, honestly. Like, I don't know what's going on, if we just didn't do enough of these drills. And like the thing is this, after some of these early fumbles in the season that the coaching staff was doing these drills. So I don't get what's going on. Oak Squirrel says Bengals up 7. Welcome in, Oak Squirrel, my Bengals guy. Give me 1 sec, guys. Since we're on a commercial break, I'm going to be right back. Please let me know. Oh, by the way, my boy Tyjae Spears, part of my running back room from my pre-draft special. If you don't know, we're going to talk about that next commercial break. He only had 3 carries, but he was averaging 9 yards a carry, homie. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to grab another beer, and I'll be right back, guys. All right, we are back. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, did we get an official turnover because he was trying to throw the ball? Let's go! No fumble. They reversed the play because his arm was moving forward. Thank you, Tuck rule. And 53-yard attempt for Justin Tucker. Oh, looks go! Off the left bounds or left pylon. No good. I mean, it's a 53-yard attempt. But, oh, that's a heartbreaker right there. Charles Kodovich says the Lions couldn't run anything. They used Gibbs on the center like he's D. Montgomery. Yeah, Gibbs, I mean, he can run up the middle, but I don't know. Tenji Misaki says the entire bye week needs to be focused on all these effing fumbles and drop passes. You are not wrong, Tenchi. You are so not wrong. Charles Kodovich says Nixon is all over the field, lol. He is, honestly. Chad Mills says drinking. Oh, no. Okay, you drinking some Miller Lite? Okay, my guy. I can respect. We fancy like that. We drinking Stella. Good old Alaga. The Steelers lost is always kind of a nice day. 11:55 now after the missed field goal by Tucker. Handoff going left for the Cardinals. Patrick Queen, and good gain of what looks like maybe 7 on the play. And I think the Ravens need to take a little bit out of the Cardinals playbook right now and learn how to run the damn ball again. Like Andrew Allen dropping in. I think he's one of our first time people. Welcome, welcome, my guy. Tucker ain't going to be most accurate after this season. So I'm going to bring up a very uncomfortable fact for Ravens fans. Okay. Let me go. Hold on. 2nd and 3, pass over the middle, and Dobbs got a man, first down. So at what point, Justin Tucker, he's not old by any means, especially in kicker years, but he's getting a little more up there. So let's say Justin Tucker finishes the season still as the most accurate kicker in NFL history. But after, he's like, man, I don't want to lose that title. That's a Hall of Fame accolade right there, plus a 10-year career, yada, yada, yada. What if he retired so that he could go into the sunset as the most accurate kicker of NFL all time? You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I want him to. That would break my heart. I love Justin Tucker. I would never want that. But I'm just saying, if you haven't thought or considered the possibility, everyone's got to think about. You're telling me no one wants to be considered for Hall of Fame like to that degree? Just saying. I'm just saying. Mixin, not our Mixin. Kolb says only drinks a man's beer, Bud Light. If you drink Bud Light, I bet you they'll send you another case for free because, God, they are desperate for sales. No, I'm just kidding. They want that King of the Beer title back for biggest beer people. Charles Kodovich, Denver beating KC. Whoa. Let's see if that stays true, though. Abraham, man, I hope this won't be like the Colt game. And Abraham, I've been talking about that since the beginning of this game. That it's on my notes right here. This could be a trap game for the Ravens. It's like Jason Hansen. Yup. 3rd and 4, though. Baltimore brings some pressure. They're going to go for a draw, and he looks like he got just a yard short, bringing up a 4th and inches here. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Kolb says I stopped drinking a few years ago. Good for you, Kolb. Honestly, I've been thinking about laying off some of the alcohol recently myself. 9-10 in the 2nd quarter. I need to update my quarter here. Fourth and it looked like he got stopped short. Oh my God, Michael Pierce just laid the wood on him. Michael Pierce stands him up, and then Michael Pierce absolutely just stands there, throws a guy to his side, stands true, and meets the halfback in the hole. And that's going to be another turnover on downs, it looks like, for the Ravens defense. Oh, my God. They're bringing out the chains. He just moved the ball back, and the crowd is losing their mind right now. Oh, my God. Oh, what is that, bro? Dude, you can hear the Cardinals fans right now in the stands. And now the ref literally just gave a side eye like, bro, you can't do that. Like, bro, why did you just move it back? And he's just, look at one ref, mouth open, just mouth breathing. What? Bro, that is going to fuel the talks about these games being rigged right now. Like that, I would put money right now. You are going to see that clip sometime throughout the week and people saying something like that. But it might be something like we talked about a little bit last week. Would you prefer the refs slow down the pace of the game a little bit, talk things out, and get calls absolutely correct? Or continue this trend that we're seeing of trying to keep the game pacing of the game at a high pace, which leads to a lot of really bad calls. We saw it last week. They picked up flags. They said we were correcting on the play. So maybe we're seeing the instance of them making a correction after discussing, talking, watching the replay on the board even. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Abraham Abir says, still got the best defense. Let's go. I know the defense has been looking. And I kept telling people, guys, I'm telling you, just wait for the defense to get healthy. Wait till Marlon comes back. Brandon Stevens has been playing at a Pro Bowl level. Anyone in my stream, please go vote at when it's Pro Bowl voting for Brandon Stevens for the Pro Bowl. He deserves it so much. Like, oh, I think we got a new chatter in here. The real Mike B. Much love from Hanover, Pennsylvania. Hey, we got one of the... I spent a lot of 6 months in Allentown, Pennsylvania for a work assignment once. New York has final calls. Dude, it's hard to argue sometimes about the rigging and all this stuff. Like, but since we're on commercial break, let me say this. I talk this every single week, and I'm saying it again. If you haven't gone back under my live section, I have a playlist for it. Go back and watch my pre-draft special. I did an offensive draft special and a defensive draft special where we covered at least 5+ players at every single positional group for both sides of the ball. And these were all guys that were predicted, other than Campbell, the linebacker, got taken first round by the Lions. We did him because my boy Joe Stevens, the Seahawks talk. That's his boy. He really wanted him but anyway. So all the players second round or later, because first round's easy. Everyone knows the hype around first round players. But where you really make the meat and bread of your team is like third, fourth, and fifth round picks. You know what I'm saying? So I only covered guys that I thought were going to be second round or later. My running back room, guys, makes me look like an NFL pro scout right now. Of course, Devin Akane of the Miami Dolphins, unfortunate injury, but leading that running back room for me. And of course, I've got guys like Evan Hull, Tyjae Spears, and Tank Bigsby. So the backup to Etienne in Jacksonville and the backup to Derrick Henry, who both have actually ran really well this season. And of course, what I can say, I knew about Tyson Bagent before anybody else did, and my draft special video shows that. You're welcome. Go back and check it out. Tyson Bagent, I called him my Brock Purdy prediction of this draft, basically, this past draft. So it's on tape, just saying. Denver going up now 14-3 on the Kansas City Chiefs with 10:20. Quick little update on that game. The Broncos are putting on a show right now against the Chiefs. Since he missed an easy field goal, let's go. Charles Kodovich says, do you think Aiden Hutchinson is a beast? He is absolutely a beast. Second down run here by the Ravens. And hopefully we're going to see a little more healthy dose of this running game. Gus Edwards with a good run, bringing up third down. Hutchinson is an animal. The right tackle of the Chiefs literally basically had to cheat to even deal with how good he is. That opening game, week 1 matchup of Chiefs-Lions, where the Lions upset the Chiefs. Hutchinson is an animal. Love him. 3rd and 3. Empty backfield here for Lamar Jackson. Short pass going over the middle. That's OBJ, and incomplete on the slant. He's looking for a flag, and no flag on the play. Looks like we have the punt team coming out here. And looks like the Cardinals brought 4 on the play. One of them a delayed blitzer from the secondary out the middle, basically trying to predict that Lamar Jackson scramble. And Jordan Stout getting ready for his punt. 7:40 here in the second. I want to see this running game get going a little bit here. Not every game has to be a big passing game for Lamar. And we've got a false start here. The long snapper for the Ravens is laughing. I'm guessing they tried to probably get someone on the Cardinals to jump, and it backfired. Taylor, LOL, yup. And Abraham, Denver is going to choke. I'm calling it. I think absolutely. And everyone's been talking about how the Chiefs have been getting favorable calls. Nothing would be better than the Broncos almost winning, and then the Chiefs get that comeback. Jordan Stout, big punt, good coffin corner, and that's a great punt. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Right at the edge. That was a great punt. And Dobbs coming back out here with, like I said, about 8 minutes left here in the second quarter, trying to get something going. I'm hoping for a Geno Stone to get his 6th interception of the season and extend his lead over the NFL, but we'll see about that. Did anyone else see Aaron Rodgers was dropping back and throwing passes prior in the pregame of the Jets today? He's hoping to accelerate that Achilles recovery a little bit and get back a little sooner for the Jets. They're just basically trying to keep playoff hopes alive, and they got that win over the Giants, so they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. I'm going to slide off screen for just a second, but I'll still have the mic on. Cheers. Have a drink for me, everyone. I want to be breathing fire. You know what I'm saying? And I hope everyone's having a wonderful NFL Sunday so far. I've got to mute my mic for just 30 seconds. Breathing fire, son. Breathing fire. Now I got to blow my nose. Hey, we got someone new dropping into the chat. TTV Elit 3, bro. I'm shaking just so much. I hope the Ravens don't lose. I know, my guy. We're in a trap game right now. Prayers up. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that like or subscribe button. I would so deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate it. We've been actually stacking some really good stream weeks over the past weeks that actually give me more faith to put more time and attention into this and dedicate more time to it, you know. We're quickly approaching our first 500 subscriber monetization goal. Which if I can make money off the channel, guys, then of course I can dedicate way more time to the channel. Oh, Damian Williams with a good run off the right side. Makes like 5 guys miss. Running back room looks pretty good for the Cardinals. Honestly, if they just had some more elite wide receivers, like one true number 1 wide receiver, and a quarterback that could push the ball deep, they would be something, guys. I'm not going to lie. Harlem, baby, dropping into the chat. We is not losing. I feel that energy. Handoff going right. And oh my God, absolutely destroyed on the play. Clowney's there first, and then Travis Jones, the University of Connecticut kid, coming in and absolutely demolishes him in the backfield. Great job there. TTV Elit says, I got you, bro. I'm subbing. I appreciate you, my guy. Whenever it all kicks through, technically I should get a dancing Poe thing at the top, like with your name and everything. So I appreciate you. If it doesn't do it quickly, blame Streamlabs and YouTube. 3rd and 5, 6:20 here on the clock. Dobbs looking left, throwing short left. That's going to be Roquan and Brandon Stevens, and he's going to stretch forward, but they're going to mark him short, it looks like. And the Cardinals player is very upset. Harlem, baby, let's go. Roquan Smith and Brandon Stevens. And again, guys, please, 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 another thing, not for me, for my Ravens. When Pro Bowl voting comes, please go vote for Brandon Stevens. When we were dealing with all of our injuries, guys, Brandon Stevens sometimes was playing 100% of the defensive snaps and was the only player doing so, and has played outstanding this season. Absolutely deserves the Pro Bowl nod this year. Please vote for him when time comes. Duvernay got some time to return here. Going up the middle, and pretty decent return, just short of the 50-yard line. And Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens offense going to get another chance to come out here with 5:28 here in the second quarter. But yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that pre-draft special again. You know, my offense looked pretty good. My running back room consisted of Devon Achane, Tyjae Spears, Tank Bigsby, Evan Hull, and I'm trying to remember some of the other guys. I think I covered 6 or 7 guys actually in the running back room. So like I said, my running back room in my pre-draft special, because I'm going to be honest with y'all, if I could ever have like a dream job, I feel like, other than owning, of course, my own businesses, it would be probably being a scout. And of course, I would love to be a scout for the Baltimore Ravens. Let's just put it this way. I tried to figure out everything I could to become a scout for the Baltimore Ravens. I found it hard to find information. I even contacted the Baltimore Ravens, and as such, they have my resume on roster. But of course, not like I have any actual scouting experience. So my pre-draft special was one of my first attempts to truly like put it on record, and with what limited assets and time I have, you know, which is minimal. Case in point, if I was paid, way more assets and time could be used. But you know, and so we had Tyson Bagent as well, because of course we're only talking quarterbacks or any position second round and later. So the quarterbacks can get kind of interesting. And my God, was it so hard to find information on Tyson Bagent. And if you're not aware of the story with Tyson Bagent, he got his first start for the Bears last week and played pretty well. And my observation of Tyson Bagent, I could actually probably find my draft notes when I was doing the combine. I think in the day one quarterbacks, he had one of the better slants balls out of all the day one quarterbacks. So watching him throughout the day, one of the better short yard passers that was there. Of course, his deep balls struggled a little bit, and in depth definitely didn't have the arm strength of some of the other, you know, higher level quarterbacks. But if you were looking for someone to run a West Coast short passing scheme, play smart football, he definitely. So my analysis was, you know,
I hoped he could be like Brock Purdy and develop into that guy, but could probably really be a potential long-term backup in the NFL. And of course, looking pretty good right now. Let's go back here to our comments. Andrew Allen, Matabike deserves a Pro Bowl. Oh, yeah. Matabike has 2 years ago, he was some NFL analyst breakout candidate for the Ravens. And this year, what's he up to? 6.5 or 5.5 sacks? He had 4.5, got one last week. So he should be up to 6.5 sacks now, leading the Ravens as a defensive tackle, which is, those guys get paid big money. Guys that can rush from the interior get paid big money in the NFL. Aaron Donald, Hargreaves. I'm trying to think if there's one other guy, not Allen. Apologies. 528, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson, shotgun, looking right, got a man short. That's Zay, and Zay should have just gone out of bounds, but he was trying to make the man miss a little bit. We're all hoping, praying for a Lamar Jackson repeat. The last time Lamar Jackson again played the Arizona Cardinals was 2019, where Lamar Jackson, according to my pregame notes here I wrote down, had 272 yards passing, 120 yards rushing, and became the first NFL quarterback in NFL history to ever have plus 250, plus 120, essentially. So I don't really care about the rushing yards, but oh, Lamar Jackson got a back shoulder fade, and he's going to Odell. And if I'm not mistaken, that should be Odell's 5th target today, which puts me at least correct on the target amount. But, of course, way wrong on the catches. Odell unable to pull this one in. Back shoulder left. If there's a flag on that, honestly, like they're saying, there shouldn't be a flag, but we'll see what the flag's on. Okay, they picked the flag back up in a correction. And what we're seeing a lot more of is these corrections, you know. Harlem Baby says Zay for the touchdown will be nice. I know, I got Zay Flowers on my fantasy. I broke, guys, so I ran a fantasy football this year league. I would like to run even more leagues in the future. So if you're interested in playing fantasy football and being part of my league or leagues with some of my friends, definitely hang around in the future for next year. 3rd and 6, we'll get back to that in a minute. Blitz looks like it's coming. That would be consistent what Arizona has done on 3rd down. Blitz is coming. Ball gets away to Zay. And that's a great tackle, though. And that's Thompson. And again, this Cardinals defense is just playing insanely fast to the ball. Honestly, that's just all good. You know, Ronnie Stanley unable to get to the second level to catch that, I believe, a safety out there, which is very understandable. Probably could have been fixed by a slight adjustment in the alignment on that side, basically bringing that screen like 3 steps closer. But punter out there is Jordan Stout, and fair catch called for at the 9, maybe 10-yard line. And with that, we are in a standstill right now. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. So we're going to get to see basically the 4-minute drill of the Arizona Cardinals. The 4-minute drill, you know, you're not really going no huddle with a lot of passes, but of course you're planning essentially to score and use as much time as you can within that 4 minutes. So you still got a good option of run and pass, but, you know, you've got to be conscientious of the clock. Of course, Ravens could really, really, really use a 3-and-out right here and get this ball back basically to do a 2-minute drill of their own. Maybe that would, you know, that's not a bad idea. Okay, hear me out, guys. So obviously the Ravens are struggling right now, and we talk about this sometimes. It's easy to point out the problems. It's easy to be negative. You know, it's hard to give solutions, to answer the problems. You know, so let's be positive here and think, okay, obviously one answer I think would be to run the ball a little more. I'd have to pull up the exact stats of the game so far. I don't have it. But I don't think the Ravens running backs averages are too terrible, but they're not what their normal is. With that being said, I think the real fix here is actually what the 2-minute drill could give us, and that's what sparked this idea for me. Obviously, the Arizona Cardinal defense is doing one of two things. Either max zoning, rushing 3, max 4, and usually the fourth is a delayed blitzer from the second level, like a sub linebacker essentially in a package. And, basically what they're doing is they're kind of like kind of quarterback spying, but also blitzing. Or, of course, they're bringing heavy pressure and forcing these really quick throws and just playing, when it's like in a 3rd and 5, stand on the 5-yard line, force a throw, literally because of pressure, force the throw under 5 yards and play quick to the ball is what they're doing. With that, let's test their communication skills. Let's just move to a no huddle immediately. And Lamar Jackson has to have absolute freedom of moving between that strong shotgun where, we've got Ricard and Andrews and basically playing around and this is where you need to give Lamar, I feel like, more freedom and let him go out there and have fun. Move to no huddle. Let him line guys up a little bit here and there and just pick whether he's going to run it, or throw it. And of course, we're looking to get some good run looks is what we're ideally looking for. And we're hoping that by doing these run looks, we can force communication issues on the secondary and maybe get some play action max protect looks to go deep. But who am I? I'm not an offensive coordinator. I'm lower than an armchair quarterback, right, guys? Right? Someone tell me I'm wrong on all that analysis, and that's not what the Ravens offense could potentially do to solve these offensive issues currently, right now, plaguing us in this game. But what do I know? 2nd and 10 here. 4 minutes. Ravens bring a blitz. Oh, and Roquan Smith absolutely levels Demicardo, the running back out of TCU for the Arizona Cardinals. Bringing up a 3rd and 5 now. God, you just hear this hit. Like, oh my God, I love Roquan Smith. And we did some analysis when we made the Roquan trade. And I was like, I don't want to compare him to Ray Lewis, but if you look at his numbers, I mean, 3rd and 5, pressure coming. Oh, pass short. Makes a man miss, and God, that's Marlon Humphrey who got his ankles broke on the play. And that's going to be a 1st down. That's Marquise Brown with the reception for the Cardinals, getting a little bit of revenge right there. And just a crossing route, looks like a zone, and basically Marquise Brown catches it, coming short underneath as Marlon steps up. Brown takes a step towards the backfield, which now it's just unrecoverable. It's just, he's too fast, kind of come across the middle. 1st and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line of the Cardinals. Dobbs looks like he's audibling. Handoff going right, and that's going to be Patrick Queen on the tackle, but rides Demicardo. That's going to be a gain of, it looks like 7 to 8 on the play. Gosh, I want to check and update on these other scores, but this game is just going so nuts right now. But I don't know. What do y'all think? What would be your answer for right now the Cardinals defense and what they're presenting to the Baltimore's offense? Because we got to figure out something. I don't want a blueprint figured out. 2 minutes, and wow, they didn't get the snap off. They're going to let it just expire. And Josh Dobbs not playing a bad game right now. Just short passing, and we've talked about it a little bit earlier in the game. Josh Dobbs having a little bit of familiarity against Baltimore. I think Josh Dobbs goes all the way back to Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Let's take a look, though. So, halftime over in Seahawks-Browns game. Seahawks holding on to a narrow lead over the Browns, 17-14. We're hoping the Seahawks beat the Browns just so the AFC North comes better our way. Chiefs looks like they got another field goal in that game, but 3:01 in the second quarter of the Chiefs-Broncos game. Broncos still holding on to that lead, 14-6. Bengals 49ers looks like it's turning into a good game. 52 seconds left before halftime. Bengals holding on to a narrow lead, 14-10. So we got some good games here in the 4 o'clock slot. I'm looking, dude, honestly, I slightly want to stream the Bears game. I'll be honest with you guys. Just because my boy Tyson Bagent's starting. But I'll be honest. Oh my God. I have calculus homework. So I would have to basically finish streaming this game, go straight into the Bears game. When the Bears game was finished, finish a new chapter's worth of homework for calculus, and then be up for an 8:30 a.m. class. We doing it! We going back to back. So, you know what, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're a Bears fan, whatever, hang around, stick around, because right after this stream, I will go right back live with the Bears game. We might start working on it a little bit at halftime. Whew. We're going for the 8-hour stream today, guys. Checking in on my fantasy football. I'm losing 41-67 against my boy Tyler. He's predicted to beat me by 20 points right now because Gus Edwards, Lamar Jackson, and Zay Flowers don't got theirs together. No, I'm kidding. It's not their fault. But I broke a fantasy football rule this year, having pure faith in my Ravens, and I have 3 Ravens starting on my fantasy football team right now, which is like an absolute no-no. A wide receiver, running back, and a quarterback. Oh, my God. Pass. Let's go! Intercepted! That's Brandon Stevens! Let's go! Second pick of the year. Give him the Pro Bowl nod, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get his GIF up, too. Go! Miscommunication by the Cardinals. Air ball, and Brandon Stevens gifted an interception. Let's go! And now the Ravens in a prime chance to get a touchdown before the second half. Could even hypothetically, if they score quickly, use their timeouts to get the ball back if they can do a 3-and-out. Zay Flowers in motion. Lamar Jackson, play action. Looking right to Mark Andrews, and a little high and off the hands of Mark Andrews, but you got to catch that, my guy. Oh, we're so excited for Brandon Stevens. Let's go. I'm going to try to go on my phone. Let's go! Justice Hill with a big game now. Pushed out of bounds, so we're going to stop the clock, too, with 1:41. Oh, my God. Let's go! 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Lamar Jackson going to keep it. And are they going to rule him out of bounds? No, they're saying clock's rolling. So tackled in bounds for like a 1-yard gain. And 1:30 ticking. Honestly, I would use my timeout right now. Probably. Nah, homie. I would have used the timeout, but whatever. Short pass left. That's Mark Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 5-yard line with 1 minute left on the clock. Not needed. Let's go. And we're seeing, yep, that trip's left. We'll do it later on my PC. This 7-7 looks ugly. It does, but hopefully we're about to finish it. Handoff up the middle. That's Gus Edwards. He's got a good push. Oh, he looks like half a yard short, maybe. Unable to extend the ball. They're going to rule him just a half yard short with 45 seconds on the clock now. We're scheduling the Bears game right now. Let's go. And Gus Edwards is in. That 7-7 look is ugly. Let's make it a 14-7 look. Let's go. Gus the Bus Edwards. Two guys hit Gus in the backfield, and he still just carries them. The Gus Bus. With 20 seconds, we take the lead. Let's go. Oh, and with that, I'm actually going to start working on my Bears just to have it up. All right. I don't know if y'all are excited, but I'm also excited for the Bears game later. I'm not going to lie. We're going to talk a little bit about trade deadline and everything here shortly after as well. Time.
Oh, I'm so excited for this, guys. Like, copy, save. I know. I need more yards from Zay too. We got Sul Geechee God. I need. Hey, Jesus is mighty to save. Thank you for the subscription, my guy. Got the dancing Poe up there. Let's go. Let's see. Like category, sports, thumbnail, NFL games. All right. But I'm so excited, guys. I'm sorry, real quick. What I'm doing is I'm actually creating my description and some other like more hashtags and stuff for my video later. Oh, it's exciting, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's already scheduled now, 8:20 p.m. Yeah, Steve-O Hopkins had a day. So did my. I actually already had it written down when I checked him that game earlier. Will Levis, 19 to 29 for 238 yards, 4 touchdowns. Of course, 3 of those at the time had gone to DeAndre Hopkins. So well, that's gonna be exciting. So guys, again, just like I said, we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna go on Twitter and my Facebook too, and go ahead and drop that link once. But we're gonna be doing the Bears game later as well. Just so we can be like, follow my boy Tyson, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, shareable link. Let's see, Tyson. Image. Image as. Let's go downloads. Sorry, I'm just bouncing between things a lot right now. Let's see, okay, we got it. Get the shareable link. Let's make our Twitter post here.
TTV Elit said, how could the Texans lose to the Panthers? Hey, because Bryce Young ain't that bad, man. They're like my second team. All right, let's jump in on some of these games real quick, guys, because we know the Broncos are up right now on the Chiefs. But it's currently 14-9. Only 3 field goals there. Bengals at halftime leading 14-10 over the Niners. Brock Purdy 7-10 for 140 yards, but Joe Burrow just dropping dimes right now, it looks like. Seahawks leading over the Browns 17-14 with 11:15 left. PJ Walker getting the start there for the Browns. Having a decent game right now. 10-17 for 198 yards, touchdown, and 1 interception on the day so far. Let's go. We already got that video queued up for later, so stick around, guys. Don't go anywhere, okay? Ryzen Rhino, do you back in the house again? What up, Ryzen Rhino fam? What up? How you been, my guy? How's your weekend going? We just took a 14-7 lead, but honestly, the Cardinals are playing some really good D right now, honestly. What up, my guy? We're going to be doing right after this, guys, too. We're going to be doing something I normally don't do. We're doing the Bear-Charger game tonight as well. My boy Tyson Bagent getting his second start in the NFL. And if you don't know, I had Tyson Bagent on my board as part of my pre-draft special we did as our offensive special way back in my videos pre-draft. Go back and watch it, guys. I'm telling you. Who knew about Tyson Bagent? Hi, me. I want to be an NFL scout too. Someone please hire me. My running back room looks like all pro status right now. And it's still in the first year. But it's great. Football. It's always a good day. Football and Burr. I hope you got a cold Burr and you can enjoy some football. That foosball. Devil wants you to play foosball. Baba Boucher. You ain't gonna play no foosball. Devil's game. Mama said they so angry because they got all them teeth and just no teeth to brush them with. Thank you, Ryzen. I appreciate you, my guy. Showing love as always. I appreciate you. Richard Carr Sr. dropping in. Free my boy Hunter Renfrow, by the way. Free my boy Hunter Renfrow, the Sockesty Brave. Free him. Predictions. Welcome in, my guy. I was wondering where you've been today. You know you got the Baltimore Ravens winning, even though this is somewhat of a trap game. Can't control life dropping in. What up, guys? AAU Triton. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to ask one more time. I know I've asked plenty of times. If you could, if everyone, please like, subscribe. Would appreciate it. We're pushing towards that 500 first, like I believe monetization goal partnership kind of deal. And of course, it would be a huge thing for the channel, to be able to collect any type of money. And it would allow me to potentially maybe dedicate more time to this every day and do all the videos that I truly want to do. But we already decided I'm probably not going back to school next semester. So, I'm looking at the job market already and thinking where I'm going. But of course, isn't it always the dream to be able to do this instead of working at a 9-to-5 job every day? Seriously, Larry dropping into the chat. I got so many new people dropping into that. I appreciate every single one of y'all for dropping in. Let me know, what's y'all's teams? Like, who's your team, guys? Like, I've actually never got a chance to ask y'all, who's your teams? Like, TTV Elit says, what happened to J.K. Dobbins? I forgot. Injuries, dude. He blew his, Achilles, I think, was it day one? Just injuries, sadly. If it wasn't for the injury, I would have wondered about a trade potentially, but it's sad. He never got utilized correctly past his last injury, and I think it inhibited his, just how you do things normally, man. When you're used to performing at a certain level and you don't anymore, I'm telling you, that's kind of what happened to me. I was working out 5 days a week. I was working my way back to either go play some football at a college or, maybe like some semi-pro, XFL, UFL, whatever. I was lifting 5 days a week, and on my 2 days off, I was playing football and basketball for cardio. I was getting jacked, like best shape I'd ever been in my life. And I moved to Grove City, Ohio to go do some work up there, and I lived up there for a while. And when I lived in Ohio, I didn't work out. All I did was drink and party, basically. And all that muscle went to fat. And then I came back to South Carolina, and I stepped on a Doug Shaw Stadium to go play some football with some like police and firemen that I used to know in Myrtle. And I snapped my ankle, my fibula in half where it connects to my ankle. And your boy spent 6 months recovering from that injury. Non-contact, artificial turf injury kind of deal. So also, your boy will always advocate screw artificial turf. But with that, we're going to go back into the coverage. Sorry we didn't get to go much into the trade deadlines. Let me know, is your team buying or selling too at the trade deadline? Like, what are y'all up to? I know one thing I would love to get back is I would love to get my Mike Boone here back, but it doesn't actually work, so pointless. Gus Edwards up the middle. That's going to be a gain of 5 yards, and that's what we like to see. Run the damn ball. We don't need to constantly be passing it. Run the ball and run it until they force you to not, basically. They stop it, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Cameron says New York, LA, New York, New York. The Mets, the Giants, the Rangers, the Los Angeles Lakers, I'm guessing, Cameron. Burrows might give Lamar a run for the running money. Holy see crap. Lamar going deep! Oh, and just, no in there. But then we got a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is. Let me ask Cameron, if that's the Los Angeles Lakers, why are you a Lakers fan when all your teams are in New York? Is it LeBron related? Ryzen Rhino Raid. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. I'm trying to get big enough. And that's going to be a holding call against the cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals. Automatic first down for the Ravens. So, honestly, I ain't even mad. But Burrow's honestly, I need to watch more of the Bengals tape, to be honest with you. 1st and 10, and there's what I'm talking about. Dude, it's what we talked about before halftime. An adjustment. Yep. Quick little screenplay, and oh no, absolutely seen through by Collins. That blows it up for a loss. Oh. Second and 13. Oh, the Cardinal fans are actually starting to get a little loud there in Glendale. Lamar Jackson, clean pocket, but no one open. Sacked on the play. 3rd and long coming up now after the play in. I wish I had a coach's eye right now. Let's see here. Molar looks right, looks left, and there's just nothing. Yeah, no one beats their guy cleanly, but all of their guys just keep pushing. It's pretty disciplined rush, and they're just dropping 7 to 8 guys in coverage and just blanketing the wide receivers of the Baltimore Ravens right now. Oh, Cincinnati came away with another field goal. Lamar Jackson, deep drop again. Got time. Going deep right. Oh! That's going to be Zay Flowers, but can't land in bounds and bring his feet down. And 4th and 17, so unable to... Oh, beautiful throw to get it over the defensive back, but just unfortunate. Just not able to get it down right. Okay, Cincinnati 17-10 now. And Jordan Stout with another punt. He's having a good day punting so far. Going to get a return, it looks like, on this one. He does. He gets out to the right side. Likely able to push him out, and number 45 ultimately pushes him out of bounds. And Josh Dobbs coming out here after his last interception. We're hoping he throws another, right, guys? Well, we can't be greedy. We got our interception already. We kind of wanted it to go to Geno Stone so he would increase his interception lead on the NFL. But, Brandon Stevens getting his second brings me so much joy. For all the Rise and Rhino guys that just joined me, if you don't know about Brandon Stevens, let me inform you. Brandon Stevens originally started as a halfback at the UCLA. He then went to SMU as a safety, drafted by the Baltimore Ravens as a safety. He's now playing starting outside corner. And when Baltimore Ravens were going through a rash of injuries, where, we already lost Demarion Pepe Williams, Jalen Armour-Davis was hurt. Of course, Marlon Humphrey was hurt. I don't even know if Rock Liasin was back yet, but everyone was hurt. Brandon Stevens was playing 100% of the defensive snaps in some of those games and has played at an all-pro level. And if Marlon Humphrey in an interview said, if there's any guy here that needs daps, bro, that's not getting the credit in the media, it's my boy Brandon Stevens, who's played at an all-pro level so far. So, I'm just saying, can we go ahead and sign Brandon Stevens to an extension after this season, to be honest with you? Sign him just another 2 years, add on to the deal. I love what I've seen from that young man and his versatility. Again, drafted as a safety. I'm really excited, though, to see the trade deadline. For anyone that doesn't know, the trade deadline is basically in 2 days. It's the 31st at 4 p.m. officially, Eastern Standard Time. And of course, we just found out earlier today, Kirk Cousins with an Achilles tear. So we might really see now the Vikings selling at this trade deadline, where before it was, I feel like, mostly rumors because of the bad start. But of course, they were, stacking some good games, and they just had some bad mishaps, basically. You know what I'm saying? Charles Kodovich says in chat, Lions, but just football in general. So many injuries this season, more than ever. Yeah, honestly, the Lions, it was so disheartening, honestly. Even though it's always fun to watch the Ravens whoop up on a team, I felt bad for Lions fans, to be honest with you, watching that game. And the miscommunications by your defense, they just looked completely unprepared. Run going right, and Matabike having to make a tackle 9 yards downfield, basically. That's a 300-pound defensive tackle making that tackle down, or I should say upfield. Or no, it is downfield, I'm sorry. They've been able to run to the outsides. The inside, Michael Pierce has been dominating. But the outside runs have been killing us, I feel like. That run off basically middle right. Got a couple yards and another first down. Browns tied with the Seahawks, 17-all. Thanks for the update, Kodovich, by the way. And man, this has been honestly a good game. I see the 17-10 still in the Niners-Bengals game. I got respect for the Lions, honestly. Dobbs over the middle and high ball. Oh, that could have been another interception. His tight end is intended target on the play, and 2nd and 10 with 11:20 here on the clock. I've had to slow down my beer drinking because if I'm going into the Browns or Bears game after, I'm not trying to act a fool and make a fool of myself on stream. You know what though? I do gotta find my notes on Tyson Bagent and have that PowerPoint. There's Michael Pierce. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all probably aren't going to be able to see this, but I'm going to hold it up to the camera anyway. So, might look like a gibberish bunch of arrows, maybe some numbers and stuff, scratches thrown in. Every arrow, when I was grading my throws for every quarterback, was based on a 5-point scale, where a dash is a middle, like a 3 essentially. Down with a minus is a 1. Up with a plus is a 5. With rare... Oh, let's go! That's Pierce with a sack and a fumble. And Clowney had a chance to fall on it, and he doesn't. Trying to pick it up and run. And Michael Pierce having a huge day for the Baltimore Ravens. Let's watch this. Yep, just runs a stunt. That's a 350-pound defensive nose tackle running a stunt and getting home. We're going to have to make a new nickname for Michael Pierce, to be honest with you. The stunts have been working so well for the Ravens this year. 4th and 36 after the sack, punt, and oh my God, there's so much room to return. Come on, Duvernay. Oh my God, a horrible return by Duvernay. And we talked about that a little bit. I feel like Duvernay has not been a good returner as he has been in previous seasons. I don't know what it is. I feel like his lining up is not the same, and is, I think he's thinking about where he's going next year, probably. Yeah, ES Dobbins tore his Achilles, I think, or his ace. I'm pretty sure it was Achilles, and it was week 1, man, or first preseason game, something like that. It was so heartbreaking for the flock. And what's just so crazy is if you know me, if you've been hung around with me, if you've been part of my channel, you'll know I have been such avid fans of Justice Hill and Gus Edwards for years, to the point when we signed Mark Ingram years ago, I was cool, love Mark Ingram. I love him. I love him as a player. I love his personality. But honestly, I didn't think we needed him. Gus Edwards, a lot of people don't know, I'm pretty sure Gus Edwards holds the record for the most amount of rushes in the NFL history without ever losing a yard. It was 290 snaps or something like that plus. Some crazy stat. There's a reason in Baltimore he is called Gus the Bus Edwards. He has almost finished every season, I think, with a 5-yard carry average, with pretty decent work. And of course, in Baltimore's offense, very often, saw stacked boxes, essentially. So, again, love him. And Justice Hill has always shown, since even when we drafted him, great burst in speed. And even despite his injuries, I talked about several times, if you could not see the speed difference between Kenyon Drake and Justice Hill, maybe that's why my running back room from my pre-draft special looks so great. Maybe I've got an eye for running backs. And if my dream is to be a scout for a team. Of course, nothing would be sweeter than being a Baltimore Ravens scout, but I would take any freaking team. And also, we're going to say this. With free Hunter Renfrow, I would slightly love to see Hunter Renfrow go to the Patriots. I think it's a great fit. I think they could trade Devontae Parker for Hunter Renfrow, probably flat out or some crap like that. I don't think the Patriots would really have to give away, and the Patriots might be able to recoup some later round picks as well, if they include one of these wide receivers or tight ends that they don't really like in the trade. I think that'd be a win-win situation for both teams. And like I said, I grew up with Hunter Renfrow. I grew up in the Soxty area. I was supposed to go to Soxty High School, but my family got split and all kinds of stuff. So I got so much love for Hunter Renfrow. So free my boy Hunter Renfrow from the Raiders and Josh McDaniels. 1st and 10, 9:40 here on the clock for the Baltimore Ravens. A ball on the 30-yard line after the punt. Handoff, Gus Edwards going left. I'm sorry, that's Justice Hill. My apologies. And only like a gain of 2, it looks like. Going through my notes real quick. And Mark Andrews with another big catch and a little riled there after the play, though. Lamar Jackson rolling out right, got some time, and he's just going to toss that one away after the first down catch by Mark Andrews. Sorry, we're going through like all my notes here, preparing stuff for the draft. All right. Like these are all my notes just from like the combine, essentially on all the different players. But we're gonna have that later for the Bears game. Sorry if it took me a second to get that compiled. 2nd and 10. Zay Flowers on the screen pass and not much. And Odell kind of looked upset. Like he's shaking his head, saying either bro, you need to go outside, not inside, or B, he's shaking his head because he just doesn't like the screen call. Which I think he doesn't like the screen call because the Cardinals have been playing this screen game really well. But Odell's got to block a little better than that. Odell got shucked, bro. Like he was a sled. Cardinals, interesting look. Only bring 3. Lamar Jackson. Oh, that's... Bro, where's the flag? That's a shot to his head on a defenseless wide receiver. Where is the flag? That is the definition of that call. Oh, never mind. Okay, from that angle, it looks okay. I'm so sorry. I take everything back. It looks so bad from the other angle. No, yeah, Buda Baker actually pulled it off super hard. But I think he saw Odell like that. I can't catch that ball. So I apologize to Cardinal fans. I got heated too quickly. It looked bad from the first angle, but on the replay, you can see Budo tried to pull off on it. Terry, a.k.a. Mink, says, your favorite Ravenettes checking in from the ATL. Just left Raven Nation South at Hudson Grill. Full house cheering the flock on. I know. I miss back when I used to live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. There was one bar in the entire town that was a Ravens bar. And it was so much fun going to that bar. And I would go by myself. But just, we're a small market team here in Baltimore. We don't have a lot of people. Miami's got a lot of Raven fans, actually, of course, because Lamar's area. But where I'm at in Fort Myers, I don't think there's any Raven bar nearby, sadly. I know it's one of those ones, if I ever come back to Baltimore, I'm going to have to... I want to meet up with like Coach Sip 2 Tally. Oh, I'd love to meet up with Coach. I think it'd be really cool to meet someone like Ingram Raven. Every Raven person knows who that is. He's one of the like biggest Baltimore Raven content creators. If you're ever like looking for like to get into content creating, I would say it's like a good model to, or not good model because you don't want to copy anything he does. Like I don't do anything like he does, for example. But inspiration because he is obviously doing something right. And we all should want each other to succeed, like as part of being the Ravens flock, right? As long as we ain't stealing from each other's plates and stuff like that. One day we'll get there. Honestly, again, I just want to say this. Thank you, everyone that's been joining us so far that's here right now. We greatly appreciate you joining us here on Darwin's Raven, D-Rave, Levi, whatever you want to call me. I appreciate you coming and joining me on this wonderful Sunday. And I hope not only will you continue to stick around, but you might stick around even for when we do the Bears-Chargers game coming up right after the end of the Cardinals-Ravens game. And Odell, able to run off. Looks like he is okay. Punt team coming out here for the Ravens. And man, we've got a game going here, guys. Just back and forth defensive battle. Stout, low dropping punt look like. And fair catch at what looks like the 9-yard line. Okay, I'm so glad to hear that. The guy in the rules up in the booth was like, when I saw it live, I thought it was going to be a late hit or like it looked bad from the live angle. But then when you watch the replay, it's so obvious that Buddha tries to pull off Odell, like when he sees it, like that, it was a clean play, no malintent. Like, all right, 1st and 10, ball on the 8-yard line. My apologies. And that's a man in the backfield. I think that was Broderick Washington. Of course, I am starving right now. So I'll probably take like literally max a 5-minute break while I eat. All right, Ravens D, 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Need a stop here. Josh Dobbs on a 3rd and 5 over the middle. But 5:42 here, a 3rd quarter, 1st and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line of the Cardinals. Toss play going left. And, Matabike almost makes a good tackle and still pushing the pile, though. And they're telling him to stop, but they're still pushing right now. I think they thought Roquan Smith was trying to start a fight, but Roquan was just showing some respect. Oh, and the Browns are up now 20-17 on the Seahawks with 48 seconds left in the 3rd up. Beat you to it, Charles. Beat you to it, Mr. Kodovich. 2nd and 4. Strong formation shown by the Cardinals. Run going up the middle, and oh man, yeah, nowhere to go on the play. Pierce, Roquan, and I think Matabike, all of them there just to stop them. Oh, Matabike looking for a payday after this season. I really hope my Ravens can afford him. Third and 4. Okay, Matabike 5.5 sacks, 10 quarterback hurries this season. I thought he had 6.5, but I guess I was wrong. Third and 4. Blitz coming for the Ravens. The back's out. Dobbs! Oh, great coverage by Kyle Hamilton on the play. On McBride, the tight end, and in and out of his hands, and he's banging the turf in frustration. 4th and 4, and I'm guessing the punt team's coming out. Great job by Hamilton chasing this play down and just gets his arms around McBride. He gets his left arm up on the left shoulder, arm of McBride as he's trying to make the catch, which is enough contact to prevent the catch. Punt out there for Arizona. Good play by the gunner. Expect a fair catch. Oh no! Did that hit a Raven? Cardinals are signaling. Ravens or refs say it's Ravens ball. We're waiting to see. We could see a challenge by the Cardinals potentially. Duvernay tried to call a fair catch. Oh, ball might have almost, if it hit Kayvon Seymour's helmet, I'm pretty sure it's Cardinals ball. The second time it went off a Cardinals player. So, potential calamity. Oh, man, I don't want to lose my fantasy game. I'm losing 66-75. Predicted score 110-120. I'm 4-3. I started the season 0-2, and then I went 3-1. So I'm trying to keep that energy going, but someone who's not performing, who didn't perform up to their standard. Isaiah Pacheco right now. I still got my boy DJ Moore, and I'm going to be streaming that game tonight, so I'll be going for DJ Moore hard. I've got Travis Kelce, who's got 10 points, and they're down, so Travis might see a good bit of work. But honestly, what I really need is the Ravens defense to get a takeaway, and I need Lamar Jackson to throw a touchdown to Zay Flowers, preferably of 20-plus yards. I think I had someone in the chat that's got a bet that they need Zay to get like 40-something yards. So I'll even go far as say I'm hoping for a deep ball from Lamar to Zay for fantasy football reasons and for just general chat buddy reasons. Man, let me ask, do y'all think Aaron Rodgers is going to make it back in time to save the Jets' playoff chances? He's trying super hard right now. Cincinnati picks the ball. Oh, no. Oh, no. Boo, Cincy. Boo. Boo, Bengals. Man, my poor Browns friends. I'm not Browns, 49er friends. I got a lot of friends, Bryant Culp, No Border Sports, Ryan. We had John Leger in here. We got a lot of 49er guys. David McNiner. Gus Edwards up the middle and uprooted off his feet. Looked like it was going to be a good run. And the safety, Budda Baker, makes a great tackle. Well, we got, I think, a new chat member in, Roosh Devathi. Let's go Ravens. I know. So Odell Beckham, stomach injury, questionable to return after that hit by Buda Baker. He might have taken a knee to his like chest stomach area. And Lamar pressured, and he's gonna take a sack on the play. And the trend continues of just nowhere to go for the Baltimore Ravens wide receivers right now. It is not a good look. Yes, Arush. Odell is injured. He was going for a pass on the right sideline. Buda Baker, it was overthrown. Buda Baker was coming in to hit him really hard. Saw Odell kind of back off. He tried to back off, but he still hit Odell kind of hard. It says stomach, so again, my guess is that Buda Baker's like knee went into Odell Beckham's like stomach essentially because he was like airborne as he hit him. Which, yeah, like a 200-pound man that runs like a 4.4 going airborne at 4.4 speed and kneeing you in the chest stomach would probably really hurt even with just little wide receiver pads on and potentially no padding around the stomach, really. So that would be rough. I know we should be destroying them, but Rich Gannon, a good defensive coordinator for the Eagles, now the head coach of the Cardinals. They've got some good defensive talent. And they now hold the title of the youngest defensive coordinator in the NFL, which, of course, we used to hold with Mike McDonald. So they've got a really good young defensive coordinator with a really good, pretty young defensive-minded head coach. And a quarterback in Josh Dobbs that I believe has played for the Steelers and the Browns. So he's very familiar with the Ravens' way, essentially. Abraham Aber says Aaron Rodgers will be back, that's for sure, but the Jets will be out of playoff contention. They did catch that overtime win over the Giants today, so they're not completely out of it yet, but it's going to be tough, that's for sure. TTV Elite says, how long will OG be back or out for? It says questionable, so we don't know. It could be serious, like lacerations on the stomach. Like kidney. Oh, that's a pick! Let's go! That's Geno Stone! Let's go! The interception leader for the NFL extends that lead. We called for it earlier in the game, and let's go! Big turnover for the Ravens on the scoring side. That pick is going to be intercepted at the 25, ran out at the 23 of the Cardinals, meaning Ravens are almost in red zone. And the ball was going to be picked off by Brandon Stephens. Brandon Stephens was already there waiting for it. But the tight end ran into the area, bringing Geno Stone with them, and Geno Stone cuts in front of it. Let's go, baby. Geno Stone's always had a good eye for like the ball skills. Isaiah Likely, the tight end with the catch. CCU. The Chanticleers, for those that don't know. We're also a big Chanticleer fan because, we grew up in the area. Actually, that was the very first university I attended was Coastal Carolina University. It was kind of funny for those, fun story. For those that are like been known in the NFL, Chiefs, Tyler Thigpen, if that name rings a bell. He played at CCU. Dude, man, used to play in our flag football league, to be honest with you. Like, our flag football league ran through the county. But another fun fact, he threw the ball so hard that he could not play quarterback in our league because, like, none of the wide receivers could catch balls from him, essentially. So, always a good time, right? Gus Edwards going left. He's got some space. Let's go! Gus the Bus Edwards in for a touchdown with 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And Baltimore is going to extend this lead. And the reason we're seeing the Ravens start to get these turnovers, these interceptions, is because Josh Dobbs is not a deep thrower, guys. He's not a deep thrower. But with Baltimore finally got that lead, they were able to force some of these deeper throws, and that's what I'm talking about. Let's get to Gus. My boy Gus the Bus Edwards out there to extend the lead. Patrick Ricard with a huge block on the run too. And Justin Tucker extends it. Abraham Abir says 5 interceptions for Geno Stone. He is on fire. And see, if those that don't know, Geno Stone's always been a borderline roster guy for Ravens. He's always, though, shown, no matter what, in the preseason and camps, he had a nose for just finding the football. He would just end up with interceptions. He would just end up with fumble recoveries. He was always around the ball. And it's just his work ethic and the way he runs at the ball. You know what I'm saying? So excited to watch that young man succeed. I'm going to go ahead and change to my fourth quarter. Let's go. And it's a great day for me because Gus Edwards is starting in my fantasy football league, meaning I just got 6+ points. Oh, I got the Seahawks next week. So Arush Devathi says, why do you like the Baltimore Ravens? Just asking. So I originally was born in Baltimore, Howard County. I, however, bounced around a lot. I grew up in South Carolina, which South Carolina technically doesn't have a team. And just I grew up loving football. And when I truly started getting more into football was the prime era, of course, of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Trevor Price and Bart Scott and all those just Hall of Fame Ravens, basically. And how could, guess what? If you're a Ravens fan, you probably watched the YouTube video called Death on Wings about the Ravens defense, 2000s. And if you haven't, go watch it, man. It'll give you chills. Ugh. And Michael Pierce absolutely destroys that run, forces it back, and Arthur Mullet with a good tackle for a loss on the play. Ravens look like they're getting ready to try to finish this one up a little bit. So I grew up in Baltimore, and just, I don't know, when I was played linebacker and tight end. McBride. Oh, and there's a screen and tackled for a loss. That's going to be Kyle Hamilton. And that's going to bring up what looks like 3rd and 19, it looks like now, to end the third quarter. Woo! So it's just one of those ones. I was born in Baltimore. I've always had that thing. I want them to succeed. TTV Lit says on the road 6-2. I feel it. Hell yeah. I'm really excited for next week. We play the Seahawks, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but my boy Joe Stevens from Seahawks Talks, we used to do a weekly Monday night collab podcast, basically. And I haven't been able to get back on the same schedule as him. And I know he's a little upset with me, rightfully so, because I went MIA for a while, so. Okay, you live down in Texas. Okay, I'm down in Florida now. Actually, most recently, I have lived in Maryland, South Carolina, Colorado, Florida, Ohio. I think I said Arkansas. I spent 6 months in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I spent a lot of time in Michigan and Minnesota. As like I said, and then 6 months in Allentown. I spent some good time in Lynchburg, Virginia. I used to be a traveling trainer for Delta Airlines, and then became a manager as well. So I've been around. Okay, you play defensive tackle. I see you. Big man. Men in the trenches win the game, basically. Chad Mears says, been a Raven fan since 96, since the start, my guy. That's good stuff right now. And of course, one of my dream jobs, I would love to be a scout for the NFL. I have a weird obsession with the NFL draft. I was at my grad night in Disney World, my senior year of high school, And I left the park to go back to the hotel to watch the 2008 NFL draft. Over, of course, we took Joe Flacco and Ray Rice. And my friends were like, "Where are you going, Levi?" And I'm like, "Back to the hotel, man, to watch the draft." And they looked at me like I was crazy. But that's just, I've always loved the draft. And that's one of the things. The Ravens have always been a draft team. Like, I love the infinite potential of bringing in a bunch of rookies. And like, so of course, I would love to be an NFL scout. And of course, the ultimate dream would be a scout for the NFL Ravens. Which is why I did my whole pre-draft special and put everything on tape. Like I said, my running back room looks like I'm a pro NFL scout right now. And if Tyson Bagent goes out there tonight and puts on another crazy game, I called Tyson Bagent and it's on tape. And that's why I did my whole pre-draft special. Rushi says Seahawks versus Ravens is going to be a nice game. Yeah, a lot of places. Oh, you're 12 years old. You a youngin', my guy. Youngin'. Protect your knees, do your squats. Don't weight lift quite yet. Wait another year or two. Oh, we're absolutely Super Bowl contenders, Arushi. Oh, absolute power rush up the middle, able to get the ball off the right side, and that's going to be a 3rd and long still. But I'm going to be honest, Arushi. I'm usually pretty critical. I like to play devil's advocate, But I'm going to be honest. This is one of the most deep and talented Baltimore Ravens rosters I've ever seen. This is by far the best wide receiver room we've ever had. Maybe one of the best, before the Dobbins injury, best running back room we've ever had. Like, oh, ball was almost blocked on the punt. And Duvernay is going to have some room to return. Springs out to the left and just going to run it out of bounds. Bobby Beal joining us in chat says, "I'm from Glen Burnie, Maryland. I live in Florida now, too. I played fullback at Glen Burnie." Oh, Glen Burnie guy, let's go. And played fullback, one of the old positions. You don't see him too much in the NFL now. It's crazy, Bobby. You will understand this. I drove from Fort Myers, Florida, basically all the way in Key West, to Baltimore to go to training camp at the M&T Bank Stadium. It was absolutely, that's where a lot of that swag behind me came from, was when I went to the training camp at M&T Bank. It was like 18-hour drive, I think, or something like that. Absolutely insane. Arush says, because what if Lamar gets injured? Arush, don't you even talk like that, my guy. I met a person. They might have been, I think, Haitian, if I'm not mistaken. I met them in my travels, and I remember I was telling them a story. We're going to talk a little fun story because we're on commercial break. And I was joking, talking about a story, and I was like, ha, ha, ha. And, like, a lot of us joke sometimes, like, like a gun to the head kind of, ha, 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 fuck, kill me, ha. 100% joking. And she freaked out. She's like, no. Like, swatted my hand. Don't do that. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm just joking. She's like, no, you're marking yourself. You're marking. And so she explained to me how, like, from her culture, that they had this belief essentially that you don't ever joke about bad things like that. You don't put it into the universe, because if you say it or do it like that and mark yourself, it'll happen one day, essentially, was their belief. So, very mythological belief, but it was nonetheless just like almost like cute, essentially. Like, and I was like, you know what? I kind of feel it. Don't speak the bad stuff. Chad Mears says tight ends are badass. I know, I enjoyed playing tight end, but if I wanted to go to the next level, being just like basically exactly at 6'3", would put me on the smaller side for tight ends. So it's like, for me, I would have either had to get in better shape and cut weight to play like safety, maybe wide receiver. Because I originally was like kind of like Darren Waller. I was a wide receiver that walked on and then converted to tight end because I got a little bigger. But so, or I could just play linebacker, which I enjoyed playing linebacker. I excelled in pass coverage, but back in the day when I played football, pass coverage linebackers were not really a thing. That was maybe a one down linebacker because I struggled with run defense being just a little smaller weight size than some of the other linebackers. So it's just kind of funny that what I exceeded at back in the day is now what's sought after in the NFL now. All right, 1st and 10 for Lamar Jackson, 14 on the clock here. And that's Gus Edwards off the right side. And oh my God, that effort to keep running. And that's a gain of like 8 on the play because Kazir White with the tackle for the Cardinals. Bobby Beal says, I got a signed jersey from the 96 Super Bowl team. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Jamal Lewis, Saragusa, the OG Ravens. That's dope, my guy, Bobby. RIP to the Goose, by the way. Cincinnati scores a touchdown. Oh, that's such bittersweetness. Like, run up the middle, and that's going to be Gus Edwards again for another first down. Give me one moment. I got to message my girlfriend, too. I'm going to ask her to heat my food up. So after this game, I can eat very quickly before the Bears game. Because like I said, we're going to be sticking around for the Bears game, guys. So right after this, if you're enjoying the stream, if you like what you're liking, if you want to keep watching more football, join us for Bears Chargers right after this game. 8:20 Sunday Night Football. Gus Edwards off the right side. Another good run, and this is the Gus the Bus we know. Averaging like 5 yards a carry right now here in the fourth quarter. Love it. But yeah, Arushi, when I played, my official measurements when I played like semi-pro football, I was 6'2" and 7/8. Had 10 3/4 hands. So like the same size hands as Sammy Watkins. About 236, ran a 4.7 40. I don't remember my broad and my vertical, to be honest with you. And another good run by Gus Edwards, another big gain, and we're just pushing down the field right now. Why is the Chiefs game delayed? Actually, I don't know. Yes! Say it, NFL announcer. He says, I don't know why Gus Edwards doesn't get more love. Exactly. I've been screaming it for years, Raven fans. Like I said, I love Mark Ingram, but we never needed Mark Ingram. Never. Gus has always been that dude. Like, Lamar Jackson going deep. Oh, had Aguilar. Wants the flag, and Aguilar yelling at the ref a little bit. And I think that was a good no call, to be honest with you. Oh, and there it is. Bengals are now up 24-10 on the Niners. Showing why the AFC North is the team to beat. And I really think this week 13 bye, this really late week bye week for the Ravens is greatly going to assist us in our Super Bowl run. You're right. I'm not showing Gus the Bus Edwards. I got to put on his GIF. He said, I'm coming for you, son. That's totally what he's saying, right? Totally. All right. I got a bunch of offensive Raven GIFs. Come on, Raven offense. Give me a reason to use one. Ball 30. What's that? 36 of the Cardinals. 2nd and 8. Lamar Jackson, he's going to rush up the middle and, shoestring tackle. Just able to stop him. I'm trying to put on this one right here. This is what I'm hoping for, chat. I'm hoping for a Zay Flowers touchdown. Let's energize it. Let's make it happen. Where is Likely? Asking for a friend. Kirk Montauk joining us in chat. I know, man. I want my CCU guy, my Chanticleer, to succeed. And a slant throw. That's Bateman, and he's going to be short on the play. I know, I'm looking to try to throw that likely gif up sometime, but just not happening. All right, let's go put this field goal on and extend this lead to a 3-score lead, basically. 48-yard field goal attempt here for Tucker. Missed a 53-yard earlier. Oh, don't you jinx us, NFL announcer. I heard that. He's like, no way he misses 2 today, right? Right down the middle. Let's put the Tucker gif up. Singing some opera. Ravens now with a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter. This is the oh, I wish it was for that. This is what everyone thought this game was going to be. This is what we thought it was going to be. Justin, automatic Tucker. If it's under 50, basically it's automatic. If it's under 40, it's basically automatic. You know, it's like crazy, guys. If this wasn't for educational and research purposes, any account of the game is strictly prohibited according to the NFL. So the NFL says that even talking about their game is use of their content. So every show, every YouTube channel that even talks about NFL, talks about a game is supposedly in violation of DMCA. Absolutely nuts. Y'all met Justin Tucker? So chat, Arush Devathi said, me and my dad met Justin Tucker's dad. Hey, Kirk Monotog, subscribe. Got the dancing Poe up in the top of the screen. Thank you for the subscription, my guy. We're pressing towards that 500 subscriber goal, which will be like the first real step of monetization for the channel. Edward Glenn dropping in. Appreciate you. Welcome, my guy. But you met Justin Tucker's dad. What was he like? Like, you know, I can only imagine. Sadly, I've met some NFL people, but I've never met any of the Ravens guys. So I've met Terrell Owens. I've met Steve Mariucci, former NFL guru, or head coach and quarterback guru. I've met Ron Hill, who is the former vice president of NFL operations. A, welcome in. H, Jonathan G. I met Justin Tucker in Hampton once. That's so dope. I bet you he's like such a chill guy, to be honest with you. And I can only imagine the depth of conversations you could probably have with him about some stuff. It just would be so cool to just be able to spend a day with Justin Tucker. And I grew up playing soccer, man. When Dallas's kicker missed 3 field goals in the playoffs last year, I was like, guys, it's time to dust off my kicking shoes. I used to hit 40-yard field goals barefoot when I played semi-pro football, like just messing around in pregame. Might be trying to see if I can kick stuff. If I could hit under 50 consistently, I could get signed. His name is Paul Tucker. Paul Wall Tucker. You know, I'll be honest, I'm really hoping for one more interception turnover so I can break out some food. Because I am dying. My girlfriend went to Zaxby's before the game. She wasn't able to get back in time, so I haven't been able to eat. So your boy is starving after he's been drinking this beer. He works at Austin, Texas. That's really cool, actually. You know, me and my girlfriend, when we were looking at places to move, we almost moved to Austin, to be honest with you. Austin, actually, okay, you're an Austin guy. You might actually know one of my favorite rappers that most people do not know about. My boy, Houston guy, Toby Nigwe. Toby Njoku Nigwe. Dobbs dropping back. Pass goes left. That's going to be short to Marquise Brown. Gain of what looks like maybe 6 or 7 on the play. And 9:22 and ticking here. And Kansas City is still down to Denver 21-9 with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Chiefs would have to pull off one insane comeback to get back in that game. Pass over the middle. That's going to be caught. And First down for the Cardinals. Look like they're trying to pick up the pace of the offense now. They're moving to a no huddle. Oh, and Brock Purdy going to get a touchdown throw here. Throws it back across the middle. Usually a no-no, but that's going to bring it 17-24 in that game. Dobbs gets out of a sack, rolls out left, and gain of a few yards. Yo, I love, I'd be mad at that, Pete. I never once heard Toby on the radio. And, I'd be trying to get all my friends. I'm like, bro, have you ever heard of Toby? And they're like, nah, man. And I'm like, yo, have you heard of Toby, Nigwe, and my boy Nate, a.k.a. NF? And they're like, nah, why would I listen to any of that trash? And I'm like, yo, y'all both can suck it for calling them trash. Y'all don't know rap. You don't know music. Suck it. Kirk says, well, it's hunting time. I think your wish will come true. Oh, man. Like I said, the Vikings really might be in fire sale after Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles. And TTV Lit says 49ers got to catch up. Hey, they made the touchdown. They're at least getting there, unlike the Chiefs. Run going right, and oh, that's a good move. Is that Damian Williams? Abraham Aber says, do you think we need Sue? I saw that we've been in some talks with him with Ndamukong Suh. I would not mind Ndamukong Suh, honestly. I don't know if it's needed, but I would have to go back and see how he plays on the 3 and 5 technique. If Suh can play and generate some pass rush from the 3 and 5 technique, and he would sign for a pretty short, low ball deal, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Only the Ravens staff knows how tired their guys are in these pass rush rotations. And if they're talking that makes me think that someone needs a little bit of a breather. So I would love it. I've always loved Ndamukong Suh and the nastiness he brings to the game. So I'd be for it. As long as the price is right. Dobbs, deep pass over the left side, and that's a first down in the red zone for the Cardinals. This game's not over, guys. Yeah, Arthur Mollett, the 9-year veteran, was slow to get up. I don't know if he's actually injured. Kirk says they tend to hunt real well with leads like this. I know, right? Cardinals going to the back shoulder fade. That's Brandon Stevens in the coverage, and I'm sure they want a flag, but no flag on the play. And by the way, after the Brock Purdy touchdown, it's 24-17 with 7:45 left. And I mean, yeah, Brandon Stevens actually is looking for that ball on that play, so that's a good play by Brandon Stevens on it. We need another interception here to close out this game so your boy can go heat up some Zaxby's fries and bread. It would be absolutely amazing. And heat up some popcorn chicken too. Oh. Dobbs sacked on the play. And that's going to be Matabike with another sack. Pay that man. Let's get his gif up there. And again, these stunts that Mike McDonald is running. That spin move by a 300-pound defensive tackle. He is just... God. Oh my God. I love him, bro. Please, can we go ahead and sign him to extension? Oh, we got an injury, though. That's Odafe always down on the play. That's not a good sign. Just got activated back to the roster today after some injury issues. Oh my God. Yeah, it's Odafe always injured on the play, Devathi. Sean Sion or Sean Marie, I'm not sure. Found your channel on our way home to Baltimore from CCU homecoming. Go Chance. Hey, go. We got a CCU person. So my girlfriend actually graduated from CCU with her degree in biology. And like I said, I started as a psychiatry major from CCU. Actually, my old math teacher from Horry Georgetown Tech is at CCU right now, Miss Kittle. If she's there, shout out to Miss Kittle. I love you. You were the best math teacher I've ever had in my life, and I hope you and your kids are doing well. But yeah, man, we follow everyone. We used to play with Tyler Thigpen in the Flag League down in Myrtle Beach. I played with some of the other CCU guys on one of the semi-pro football teams in the area, the Palmetto Havoc at one point. So I'm always glad to see some CCU people in here. Thanks for coming in and joining us. Jay Dobbs sacked Baltimore. Yep. TV Elite says some Zaxby sounds good right now. Oh, I know, right? I've got Publix fried popcorn chicken with Zaxby fries and Texas toast. Oh my God, my stomach just rumbled even thinking about it. Deborah Powell says, hi, I think we'll get the Super Bowl this year. The Ravens playing it. I know, this is one of the best teams we've had in years. Dobbs, after the sack, going over the middle, and he's got a man, and that's the tight end. Pushing, he's got the first down, but stopped short of the touchdown. The refs are letting him push it. What? I can't believe they didn't call that dead. And that's a touchdown to McBride, the tight end of the Cardinals. I can't believe they just let that play out like that. Wow. TTV says, Arush, I might have to agree with you, bro. I think the Dallas Cowboys have a good defense. Yeah, I don't know if it's the best defense of all time yet, but I will be honest, man, is our defense deep. And if we had one more true elite pass rusher like Odafe Owe or Ajabo developed into that guy, our defense would be absolutely elite dominant in that conversation, I feel like. But we just need one more guy to develop into that true edge pass rusher. I know a lot of people have been calling for us to get Daniel Hunter from the Vikings, but we don't have a good track record with bringing guys from the Vikings and then playing well in our system. So, and with that, that's going to be a 2-point conversion by the Cardinals. And like they said, they're bringing Gene Steratore, the rules analyst, up in the booth, and they're saying that's a bad call. That should have been called dead a long time ago. He took steps backward twice on the play. That's how people get injured, and a bad call by the refs. And you can see Marlins like hands up, like, bro, what are you doing, ref? But yep, they got the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Hey, Chimera, my boy, our resident Bills fan, dropping back in. Just dropping in quick. Got a ton of college work to do. How are the Ravens doing? We're up 24, I believe, to 15 now on the Cardinals. It's been a hard game so far, but we're winning, and I hope college is going well for you, Chimera. I've got calculus homework actually to do after the Bears game. I'm going to be streaming tonight too, the Bears-Chargers game right after this. I got to keep an eye on my boy Tyson Bagent because, like I said, I featured him in my pre-draft special of players second round or later that I thought would make in the NFL, and that's a hard call to make on quarterbacks. And I predicted Tyson Bagent when no one knew about Tyson Bagent. So I'm just saying, I'm trying to use that video, guys, to get a job scouting somewhere in the NFL for any NFL team, preferably the Baltimore Ravens, but I would take any team in the NFL. I just want to figure out how to get into scouting for a football team and to get paid to do it. Because if I'm paid to do something, I can dedicate all of my time to it, which would make me even happier. Oh, and with that, the Seahawks take a lead with 38 seconds left in that game. Oh my God, 24-20. Seahawk fans, my boy Joe Stevens got to be excited right now. Abraham says, man, I don't like this. We can't choke this game. Offense needs to step up and close this game out. I agree. 6:26. I want to see a lot of runs with converted third downs on third and shorts is what I'm hoping for. And a lot of time taken off the clock I want 5 minutes taken off the clock, ending in a late, 30 to 40 yard field goal, essentially, would be my ideal situation to finish this game out. I know, I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs right now. My old self was kind of smart. My young self, I used to share these words of wisdoms and stuff. Here's something from more than 10 years ago. Healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls our lives. Words of wisdom to grow from. I know, you came here to watch football. You didn't think we'd be going that deep and you'd be finding live truths like that. I know. We're diverse on this channel, guys. We're diverse. The Chiefs are losing like by double digits, if I'm not mistaken, right now. Yeah, or no, I'm sorry. The Chiefs are down 9-14 with like 2:45 left in that game. And let's go. My boy Gus Edwards getting some snaps finally, getting me some fantasy points. He's up to 23 points in fantasy now. But I'm still predicted to lose my fantasy football game 107-137. Look at Ronnie Stanley lined up as an extra offensive lineman actually on that play on the right side of the formation for that run. Just to get that first down. And that's what we're going right now. We need to correct a mistake that we saw. In the Colts game, what did we do? There was a minute, like 45, I think, in the Colts game. We had a chance to give the Colts the ball back, best case, with like 30 seconds. We gave the ball back to them with a minute 30. So the Ravens just need to correctly use the clock here and just get some good first downs. Like I said, max your time usage of the clock, run it down, keep the ball in bounds when the time gets low enough. Like the 49ers lost at this point, 31-17. Oh my God, the Bengals scored again on them. Bro, the Bengals are starting to finally hit their stride. Yep, they're showing it now. Joe Mixon, oh my God, did he just destroy that? No outside coverage on that run in the 49ers game. Joe Mixon and the Bengals are dancing on the Niners right now. My boy's got to be upset. I know the Steelers have been disappointing. I really thought they were going to be kind of good, and they just need a franchise quarterback is all they're really missing, and some better offensive linemen. That's going to be a sweep to Bateman on the left. He's got the first down, and he's across midfield. And we've got a flag on, it looks like a late hit on Bateman going for his legs, laid out of bounds. So we're going to tack 15 yards on, probably bringing the Ravens down to the 35 of the Cardinals after the play. Chimera says, if the Seahawks win, they take the lead in the division. Geno Smith is him. I always get messed up because Geno Smith and I read Geno Stone, our safety, who extended his league lead in the NFL interceptions. Yep, that's a late hit by Thompson on the play, the late push. Good call by the refs. Let's go. I keep forgetting the game's so excited. I keep forgetting to message my girlfriend. Snap it out one. Oh, Lamar Jackson keeps it. Oh, get down, Lamar. And that's a great run down at the 20-yard line. Ravens are now in the red zone, 4:52 and ticking on the clock now. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, 4:29. I like to wear my headset sometimes and look like a play caller. Hill, run going right, and no gain on the play. But again, Ravens are just trying to keep managing good first downs. We're already in field goal range, so just burn as much time as you can off the clock right now is the only goal. Arush Devathi says, when do you think the Ravens will win a Super Bowl? I'm hoping this year, Arush. I'm hoping this is our year. We were supposed to do it last year for Tony Saragusa and Jalen Ferguson. And we failed. We failed for my boy Jalen. I was hurt about that. I ain't gonna lie. I said my boy Odafe need to ball out for Jalen, and he didn't. Lamar Jackson with another keeper up the middle, and Ravens look like they're definitely content, just probably doing runs. They don't even care about a first down now, just running max clock on everything. Arizona has no timeouts, so they're going to kick a field goal, take a 13-point lead probably with like 2 minutes left on the clock is my guess. Seahawks won. Congrats to the Seahawks. Abraham says the AFC North is arguably the toughest division in the league. Absolutely. The AFC North a lot of times is, in my opinion, the toughest league in the NFL. The Browns and the Bengals are usually the wild cards. Jackson going deep right. That's Odell. And off Odell's hands, and he wants a flag again. And late flag. Odell is back out there, by the way. Welcome in, D-Ray. Yeah, the AFC North is tough. That's for sure. Technically, he never looked back for the ball, so I guess it is pass interference. But that is an absolute backbreaker for them. And like I said, I think the Steelers, if they had a franchise quarterback, I don't think Mitch Trubisky is that guy. I'm sorry. I thought he might have had some hope. I didn't believe him. After his final preseason game, I believed in him. And then now, of course, I don't believe him in again. The NFC East is very strong, too. You cannot deny that. Gus Edwards in the backfield. Another touchdown would really help me in fantasy. It goes to him. Edwards. They're saying he's short. No. One sideline judge who had a better view saying touchdown. Let's wait and see. I need those 6 points in fantasy, man. Come on. I need it. And again, I got to pause real quick, guys. Again, let me say this. Thank you, everyone who is right now live with us viewing and everything. We're having one of the best streams we've ever had on our history. D-Ray, thanks for the subscribe, my guy. Got this dancing Poe up on the screen. This is one of the best streams I've had. We're going into a double header, so stay tuned. We're going to the Bears live right after this. Ravens will probably win the Super Bowl, says Ravens are the best in NFL. This is our year, man. It really is. And we've got a good window for the next 5 years. If you joined me in the preseason, we did a lot of cap work trying to get Lamar Jackson's deal done. And I'm telling you, we've got a good window over the next few years. Chad Muir says this is Baltimore's year. It might be. The Chiefs look weak for the first time. I would be looking for the Chiefs to make a big trade at wide receiver, honestly. I think they need it. Do they find someone is questionable, but they need it. The Chiefs look weak this year, and the Bengals are finally starting to catch some steam, so this could be our year. And there's the touchdown. I know. I'm so excited. 31 to 15 now. Deborah Powell says, I think the 49ers too is John Harbaugh's the 49ers coach. Used to be the 49ers coach, Jim Harbaugh, but he's over in Michigan. Yeah, John Harbaugh, is the brother of Jim Harbaugh, yes. That was the whole story, the Super Bowl, the battle of the brothers. Daniel Reeves dropping it. The announcers for the Raver games may be the worst I've ever heard. Abraham says, and the game is won 6-2. Let's go. Seahawks are the next victim. I know, we got to next birds to go down. James June, thanks for the subscription, my guy. Appreciate it. Dancing Poe on the screen for him. Oh, Roquan Smith with a big hit. Well, holds on to the ball. And 31-15, 243. I'd pretty much say it's safe to say this game is more than likely over. Yep, Kyle Shanahan is now the current 49ers coach. TT Villa says the Cardinals can't hang with the big boys. It's one of those ones, I think the Cardinals are just a few pieces away too. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know what it is they're missing though. I'm excited. I might keep the stream essentially live, even if there's downtime in between the games, just for the fact that to keep like my audience and talk about maybe just review the different games, stats, and kind of what happened throughout the day in the NFL, and kind of engage in some Q&A maybe. So. Oh, Baltimore is ruling the challenging that the runner was out of bounds so that the clock will continue. I mean, if the ball counts, it's... I don't know, that's tough. And Chad Mears, the Ravens defense is getting good. Dude, I was stressing to people at the beginning of the season in like the Baltimore Ravens groups on like, Russell Street Report stuff, and people are trashing the Ravens defense. I said, guys, the Ravens defense has got injuries at corner and pass rush, basically, edge. Just give them some time. Let them get healthy. I'm telling you, when this Raven defense gets healthy, it's going to be good. And, of course, now the Ravens defense, like last week, was number 1 in the NFL. We're number 1 in sacks. People are having best years of their career. I tried to tell these people in these groups. And these are the same groups that, like, I would make some of my calls that I ended up being right on. I'll never forget. I was predicting, like, last year that I think Powers was going to win the left guard position, and he did out of camp. And that Patrick McCary would continue to be a Swiss Army knife across the offensive line, kind of like what James Hurst, the former left tackle for the Ravens, right tackle, did for us for a lot of years as well. I had someone in the Baltimore Ravens group basically say I was smoking crack for making that comparison of James Hurst to Patrick McCary and saying that Ben Powers was going to win the left guard position. And then guess what happened? Exactly that. And that's another reason why I made my channel and I do this every single week, guys, is because I got sick of some bad Baltimore Raven fans and game callers and stuff like that. The Cardinals have a hard schedule. Yeah, they do. I would honestly, as much as Kyle Murray has a lot of talent, I think there's been too many questions about work ethic and it's just too late. If you've got the chance to go get Caleb Williams, you go get Caleb Williams and you go get some draft assets to put around him too. If you could secure the number 1 overall pick without having to do a trade so you could keep the rest of your draft capital and maybe move a few pieces here and there and make some good free agent acquisitions, if you can free up money from Kyler Murray, the Cardinals could be a great team next year, honestly, in my opinion. Because you can see they play good defense. They just need to be able to get that offense in the games. The Chiefs are going to lose. No way. It's a miracle. The Chiefs finally had to lose. They had too many games where the refs were not making good calls, and the Chiefs were getting bailed out by the refs. So the NFL refs and the NFL said, hey, guys, we got to have the Chiefs lose one. People are getting too sus. They're getting too sus about this. Charles said, why do the Ravens cut 3 Michigan players? Just wondering why they don't want a Harbaugh gate. Don't want a Harbaugh gate. They had Ross. I really liked Ross. He got hurt his first year. But having Patrick Queen, Roquan Smith, and Harrison Smith, who's played really well out of Ohio State, it's just kind of hard to keep even more out or inside linebackers when you obviously know you're going to have edge rush issues to start the season with Ojabo and Owe, starting with on injury or short-term IR and stuff like that. So it's a tough one, to be honest with you. But I'm glad that they don't have the Harbaugh gate going on. I'm sure they're very honest about it. And, of course, Mike McDonald, came from Michigan as well. So what I love is the story of Mike McDonald. So if people that don't know, when we were looking for our new offensive coordinator, it came down to Mike McDonald versus Don Wink Martindale for the defensive coordinator position. Wink Martindale got the job. That's why Mike McDonald left the Ravens and went to Michigan, where he became the defensive coordinator at Michigan. Of course, had really good success there. And Wink, of course, ended up leaving Baltimore. This is like his success and revenge story. He got to come back to the team that he was with for a very long time since he was a linebacker coach and really showed that, hey, basically you hired the wrong guy. And he's showing that now. And it's like great success story. And I'm just so glad that he came back to us, you know. That's a good question, Navati. I don't think he has retired yet, honestly. I feel like after this year he will. Dobbs pressured, has to roll out right, and he's going nowhere. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. Seahawks pulled it off in the end. I'm glad I got, like I said, my boy Joe Stevens. I'm happy for him. How old is he? He's got to be like getting really old. Did you go to? Oh, I have even more food. So tough. I don't know whether to cut my stream or like. Ooh, worst quarterback in Ravens history: Trent Dilfer or Kyle Bowler? Oh, it's got to be Kyle Bowler. Got to be. Deborah says, "Do you think Ray Rice will get back to football?" You know, that broke my heart when what happened with Ray Rice happened. It broke my fucking heart. McBride, cat, but short, and that's gonna bring a fourth and short with the ball, and the clock's gonna keep rolling. But probably not. You know, Tenchi votes Bowler as well. Me too. Ray Rice got a dishonorable discharge. Chimera says Mahomes is lucky he's in a weak ass division. He's been off this year. So he's been off because they really didn't have any wide receivers, and you know Travis Kelce's injury at the very start of the year for week 1. It was supposed to be a really good division. Supposed to be, keyword. McBride on the pass and missed. I'm glad y'all beat the Bucks, by the way, 24-18 on Thursday. Oh yeah, I watched that. Mukbang with Darwin's Raven. Second and goal. Dobbs going left. Got him, man. It looked like he got it. Touchdown, Marquise Brown. That young Cardinals fan. You like that? Yeah, you're still down, right? Yeah, Broncos up 24-9 on Chiefs. 31 seconds. That game's over, son. You know, I'll be honest, Arush. He says, I miss Marquise Brown. I miss him. But also, we have Zay Flowers. So, like, I don't miss him that much. I miss him because I liked him as a player. He seemed like a really nice guy. And we got a 2-point attempt here now by the Cardinals. Dobbs looking left, having to roll out right. He's pressured. Runs, and looks like he got it, but we got a flag on the play. That should be a holding, I think, but we'll wait to see. Chimera says, Brandon Staley is so effing bad. I fully expect the Chargers to somehow lose tonight. Hey, don't put it on the Chargers. I think my boy Tyson's just going to have a day. Him and DJ Moore. Yeah, Van Noy, like I said, it was easy to see that holding call. Van Noy's like just got his hands up saying, hey, dude, come on. Like, so one of the things with Zay Flowers is his steps per second is so fast, and he has such his change of direction ability is like top 2% of like all players ever tested next gen stat wise. So he's got potential. Ravens look like they're bringing pressure on this 2-point attempt from the 12-yard line. They are. And short pass, of course, Marquise Brown, and definitely going to get swarmed. And with that, it's a 10-point game with 1:14 left. Obviously, expect an onside kick coming from the Arizona Cardinals. If the Ravens can secure the onside kick, the game is officially over. Kirk says, I liked everything about Hollywood Brown except his butterfingers. He did have some concentration drop issues. And Raven fans didn't understand a lot of his bigger gains were like on broken play breakdowns, basically, which is great. Awesome. I love that. But that doesn't really show a lot of talent, route running, savvy, and stuff like that. Chimera says, anyway, I got to go get some work done. I might drop back in later, my guy. I hope you have a great night. Get your work done. Have a great day at school tomorrow if I don't see you later tonight. If I do, I hope so. Broncos won, says Deveshi. I know, I'm excited about that. Drop the Chiefs down for us. And like they're talking about there, that was a horrible call in the 2-point conversion to throw the short underneath slant route. Yo, what are you talking? Cardinals recover fumble, Kodovich. You better be joking right now. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Bronco country, let's ride. Bronco country, let's ride. I don't know. Onside kick. Oh, weird bounce. Oh, my stream just literally cut out. Are you serious right now with that? Wow, they really did just get that fucking ball back. I am absolutely like shook right now that they just got that back. No way. Like, dude, if they exactly, let's say if they got that 2-point conversion, oh my god, this would be a 1-score game. A good day watching the Chiefs lose and the Bengals win. Could have been better if the Niners won and the Broncos won, but you know, whatever. I'll take 1 or 2. Hollywood Brown, another catch. That definitely looked out of bounds. Oak Squirrel says, "Go Arizona." Oak, why you gotta be like this, man? I'm joking, of course. 100%. 100%. We got Toro joining us. Welcome, my guys. Another big catch down by the Cardinals, down in the red zone. Oh, my God. No way. Ronald Bowles joined us. Can you do a better job at play-by-play and not talk to the viewer like they are your homies? Heard, Ronald Bowles. Heard. How much time left for the brochure one? Ravens got the win in the bag. All right. Sorry. With 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter here, 2nd and 10. Dobbs launches a ball deep left. And we're in a 10-point game. Baltimore 31-21. Hey, man, he's entitled to his opinion. Don't y'all boo him. And the Cardinals are going to go ahead and take their first field goal. So they're hoping to get this field goal really quickly from 42 yards, get another onside recovery, and then they would have to march down with probably about 27 seconds and score a touchdown. And Baltimore are going to use a timeout to freeze the kicker. And oh no, it's a flag. Let's see what the flag is, guys. False start on the offense. That's going to be declined. Can we not decline it? He missed the kick. Decline it. And since the clock was stopped, no runoff. I think Harbaugh's saying, don't I get to accept the penalty? I guess technically it's a pre-snap penalty, and a pre-snap penalty supersedes the snap, so that's why. 2nd and 15, so 47-yard now attempt. It sneaks in, just in of the left upright, and with that, the Cardinals now 24-31 with 26 seconds left. Wow, I am blown away, guys. Hey, don't hurt on Oak Squirrel. Oak Squirrel's been with me forever, guys. Dropping into chat. They're making fun of Oak Squirrel. Oak Squirrel's one of my Bengal fans. He's been with my chat forever. We love Oak Squirrel, even though he's a Bengals fan. He just got bad taste in teams. That's all. Yeah, and definitely, like Toro's dropped in real quick. He said, it's a pre-snap penalty, so that's why they have no chance or choice of declining it, even though it was a miss. So we're going to replay this last onside kick. That was a great design, great kick. Arizona going to try for another one here. I know Logan says, come on, Ravens, get to the ball to win the game. All you got to do is get your hands on the ball, and we win the game here. Here comes the kick from the Cardinals. Prater with the kick. High arcing kick, and Aguilar's got it. That's the game. Takes the knee. And with that, Baltimore's going to win 31-24 at Arizona today. And what originally looked like a really strong defensive showing by both teams ended up in a pretty decent scoring game. Oh, Arushi, I hope he never retires. But we talked about that a little earlier in the stream. I mean, as you start missing kicks and you start getting closer to losing that title of most accurate kicker in NFL history, you know, which would seal his Hall of Fame, basically, his Hall of Fame career, you know, it's got to start weighing on his mind. I think he's got plenty in the tank. Kickers can go forever. So it's not a question of can he, it's just, you know, when do you, he's got a lot of other loves in life and, you know, just game, baby, like everyone said. Thank y'all all for doing this. I need this inside for fantasy. I know. Oh, Gus Edwards carry me in fantasy football right now, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Tammy Kia, grandma of 3. Welcome in. Let's go. Megan Rose join us in. Let's go. That's game. Baltimore going to push up to 6-2 overall. First in the AFC North. You know, we're looking to secure that first round playoff or bye. You know what I'm saying? But with that, let me go ahead and get this ready. Because like I said, guys, we're going to be going into the Bears game right after this. Let's go. That is my game. I know. I'm so excited. Let's see, where is my game? You know what? I'm going to put on some lo-fi for y'all. Let me see here. We got some Halloween lo-fi coming in for a little bit here. Man, guys, what a game that was, to be honest with you. Let me get him some stuff switched over here. Slight baby blue. All right, guys, stick around. I'll be right back. I'm ending the broadcast, but I'm starting it back up with the Bears one, so please switch over if it doesn't make you switch over. Thank you, Kurt Monotog. Thanks for dropping in. I hope you really come back. Oh, I needed 30 more yards for Bro to hit $100. Rip. But all right, guys, if it doesn't automatically direct you over to my new video, please drop over.